Hey, hey, hey. It's Lady Justice Liberty Press, and I am live again out here at the Georgetown Police Station. I'm out here with AJOT, American Justice of Texas. If you guys are not subscribed, please get on over, show her some love, and hit that bell notification so you will be notified each and every time she goes live or uploads one of those great vids she has. And let her know Lady Justice Liberty Press sent you. Hey, hey, hey. I'm also out here with Mr. Amazing Audits. If you're not yet subscribed, please go over and subscribe. Show him some love and let him know Lady Justice Liberty Press sent you.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you. I do try. Thank you. I am following up. As you guys may be aware, Mr. Amazing and I went by the Georgetown post office, and we noticed that the Georgetown, Texas post office is not in compliance with the flag code of the United States. And we were going inside to ask why. That's legitimate business. As a concerned people out here, we want to understand why they're not in compliance with that law. The postmaster, cut through the chase, did not like the fact that we were there recording. In the process, AJOT, as well as Tow for Life. Hey, hey, hey. That reminds me, if you guys are not yet subscribed to Tow for Life, get on over, show Tow for Life some love and some support. Let him know Lady Justice Liberty Press sent you over, and do subscribe. Watch a video or two, or just have a day of just YouTube videos watching all of us. That would be fabulous. Anyway, back to the story at hand. We were at the post office and got kicked out of there for recording and asking questions, wanting to know. I do believe Ms. Ford is the postmaster. I will be filing a complaint on her, as well as the police officers that showed up on the scene and did not give me, upon request, their cards with their name and their badge numbers or their employee ID numbers. So now we are...
You're driving, Lady J. You got the driver's license.
Yeah?
Yep. I'm ready when you are.
Okay. We are on our way inside. Hey, hey, Tow for Life. Yes, we are here. Spread the love, spread the word. Like, share, and subscribe to all these channels that I've mentioned today. Like, share, and subscribe this channel as well. This video is for our use. Maybe we will learn something today. I'm here with AJOT, American Justice of Texas, and Mr. Amazing Audits. Please get over and subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Watch a video or 2 or 10. Let them know Lady Justice Liberty Press sent you. Plug for Tow for Life. Please go over and subscribe to Tow for Life as well. Let him know Lady Justice sent you. Hey, 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 American Amy. How are you doing out there today? Lady J is here in Georgetown, Texas, at the police department. This fine police department or establishment of the city was founded in 1848, according to the sign here. 1848. Well, thank you, sir. These are just some all sworn personnel memos. Yeah. We have the fire department on the left or the right-hand side. We have reception right here on this side. Hello. Would I need to talk to you if I needed some information?
What kind of information?
I am here to request some records on some officers that had a call earlier today at the United States Postal Office here in Georgetown. I need to know the names and the badge numbers of each one of those officers. There were 8 of them in total. I need to file a complaint on them as well. So I need a complaint form and records request form.
Okay, well, I can give.
Is everyone 5 by 5?
5 by 5. A. Gregory.
Complaint form, and I can check you in and have you, speak to dispatch and get the information that you need.
Okay.
Or you can just go right over to the police department window and see if they can do it without, being formally checked in.
I should be able to. I don't need to be, I can remain anonymous is what I'm trying to say, for filing a report if I need to. I know that. So I'll go
No,
over
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just if they're going to call in some officers to speak with you, it's our procedure, whoever comes into the police department, to badge them in.
I don't understand what badging is.
It's a checking in, a logging in.
So you can remain anonymous though, right?
Yes, we can remain anonymous. That's part of.
Well, you can go and check at that.
Thank you, ma'am. And what was your name, please?
I'm a volunteer here and I'm not giving you my name.
Oh, you're a volunteer for the public, ma'am. Get it right.
That's shameful.
Yes, it is shameful. You guys heard here, we're a volunteer, so we're not giving our name. Okay. Please push the white button, assistance, someone. Because I can. Okay, we've got an issue. She needs to understand the Constitution.
That's the reception. She's a horrible reception.
She's horrible. She needs to give up her post immediately. She needs to retire and give up her post immediately.
Greenblatt.
Nancy Greenblatt.
Greenblatt. Nancy Greenblatt.
Yeah.
She's a volunteer.
She's a volunteer. Guess what? I wrote in on the First Amendment, ma'am.
Let's everyone call down to the Georgetown Police Department and let them know the volunteer.
Can I help you?
Yes, ma'am. I need to get the names and the badge numbers of the 8 officers that was called out earlier today. That was called out to the United States Post Office.
Okay,
Okay.
but for anything like that, you have to do an open records request to the city of Georgetown for that information. Not anything you'll get today.
Well, I do need to have a form of sorts. You should have that available. They can email me that information.
If you want to just tell them what you're needing, and they can email it back.
Actually, you should have a form. I should be able
Have
to.
another form.
Yeah, I should be able to fill that out here. And I don't have to leave my actual name. I can remain anonymous is my understanding. And I'm going to do that. Well, I don't have to give up my Fourth Amendment in order to get assistance from my public servants. Thank you. I know it's fine, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, and what is this email that you're trying to give me?
City website for open record.
Okay,
No, you didn't.
I will take that as well. Thank you. But I am going to be leaving you with something. I need this because I will follow up. I'm very professional in what I'm doing.
That's no problem.
Yeah, okay.
And that you would leave it.
That is correct, ma'am. Yes.
May I see your badge that we gave you and trusted you with, please?
What was your name?
Betty Jo.
Betty Jo is your name? Thank you,
May
ma'am.
I see the badge, please? We entrusted you with? Is that the one with your name on it?
Yes.
Thank you. I couldn't see it. What was it?
Betty Jo.
Thank you. Thank you. How's that microphone now? Maybe Jay, would you like for me to hold that for you?
Oh, please, if you could, that would be fabulous.
Absolutely. Got you. I got you. Go ahead. Thank you for your help today, Betty Jo. I got it. You're good. Handle your business. I mean, I'm as utterly nice as possible. I'm just trying to be helpful here. I had to get your back there first. Your back. I got your front, but then somebody came up behind you and things got hairy there for a second. Oh no, don't do that. Yeah.
Did they give you a case number or anything?
Nope.
That's the thing, right? They don't create a lot of paperwork and generate a lot of numbers when they
Yeah.
violate you.
Address and the location.
Yeah, it was here in Georgetown at the post office.
Georgetown Station Post
Date,
Office.
location.
Thank you. We have two of the officers' names that were there. And honestly, never mind. I will talk to you after she's done with everything. And I'm a nice guy. So we had Bradley there. So maybe including that info will help them locate the other info for you. I would point out, guys, while we're watching and while she's doing her work, the Georgetown Police Department cards that I get from them, they're not sporting the blue line of supremacy on the card or nothing. So there's no gangster markings on here, guys. Just wanted to point that out. We spoke with Walters yesterday. He was pretty good. He didn't get in a car accident, did he?
I'm sorry?
There was a man in a car accident, or one of the officers in a car accident last night, and we were afraid it was the one we talked to. Did you hear about
I
that?
didn't hear about anything.
Oh, yeah, right up the road.
But we don't always hear everything either.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I
it
was just
happened
wondering
last
if you heard.
evening. Last evening.
Oh, guys, oh, look.
Yeah,
look.
I think it was Walters.
Oh, I hope not.
I hope not either. He was
Car
very,
81.
very cordial with us. I appreciate him very much. Absolutely.
It was car 81 that got smashed up.
Sorry.
Oh, guys, I was wrong about, the cards don't have it, but the blue line of supremacy does guide the way of tyranny over here. In a republic that honors the core of democracy, the greatest amount of power is given to those called guardians. Only those with the most impeccable character are chosen to bear the responsibility of protecting that democracy. Plato. Sorry, I was looking at your butt there for a second. The hair is up here, huh? Purple hair, purple hair.
what kind of things are redacted?
Mostly personal information. Like you can look on the back of it, kind of explains. For example, if it's a case and you and I were both in it and had a.
Did you hear about the cruiser accident last night?
No.
Be careful out there. 81 got wrecked up, man, last night. Yeah.
All I need is the names and the names and the call ID numbers or whatever the numbers are that the officer has.
It's the fucking TARDIS, dude. It's the fucking TARDIS, guys. Lady J, it's the TARDIS.
Huh?
It's the TARDIS.
It's the TARDIS.
The TARDIS.
Ooh,
You know the TARDIS?
yes.
He just got out of it. It came from the future or something. Where does it take you, hey John? I'm not familiar with that show. Where does the TARDIS take you? To another time, right?
Yes.
It does. Okay. It does take you to another time. That's cool.
Now, can these be emailed to me?
Yeah, you put your email up there. Oh,
Yes.
Thanks for tuning in.
I don't know if they certify that copy through email. I don't know.
I'm not sure. They may have it. They'll call you. They'll do something that you need to do.
I don't know. I did get a couple of names of officers that were there that may help your job a little bit better. I don't know. Bradley was there. Hurley was there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there were 8 officers, 4 police cars. I do have the numbers of the patrol cars if I need them.
I've got Lady J, Liberty Chris.
That is correct, ma'am.
If we have any questions, we can call you.
Correct. All righty.
Right.
I'm trying to swipe your pen, I believe.
Oh, you can put it in the box.
Oh, okay.
Well, you're up to that one. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's not, there should be some more in that box.
There are a couple more. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you.
And all you need
You did good. You got a 10 from me.
I'm not gonna, how long will it take in order to get those?
the law says if it's
Cool, thank you. Okay, the law says I
yeah,
have
that we have to respond within 10 days.
within 10 business
If
days.
it's something that has to go before the state, that's something totally different. We don't have jurisdiction.
Right. Okay. Sounds great. Thank you.
Have a good afternoon.
You too. Thank you. She is, has 10 business days in order to give me my information that I requested, which was the police officers' names and badge numbers or call ID numbers. So they will be emailing me that information or calling me. I did not give them my name.
Your government name?
My government name, no, they got Lady Justice Liberty Press at that Gmail address that I have.
This
So
lady
anyway,
did a lot better than that lady.
well, and I am concerned about the volunteers they have in this office.
That would be the first person if you
The
want to go to the
first
fire
person
or
you-
police.
Right, the first person you see and they question your rights. Doesn't look good.
Maybe she just doesn't know her own life?
You know what, that could be. Maybe she needs.
In education. Oh, also, I was wondering, one other question though, before we walk away from this window, maybe, should we contact the chief of police and ask them, we want this blue line taken down right now, don't we? That blue line of supremacy and hatred and murder.
Absolutely. There is something about that blue line.
Look, they're on the other side of it right now, looking at us with this, oh, that's HR. Shout out, my bad.
How are you guys?
Good, man, how are you? We got a fire doggy? Can I pet?
This is Coda.
Yes.
Oh, I would love to pet.
Yes, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Hi, how are you?
Oh,
Hi,
fire
we don't know
dogs.
each other, okay?
Can you tell me what do fire dogs do?
typical fire dogs do like arson investigations, search and rescue. She does community engagement therapy. So a little bit different.
Oh, so she's like a therapy dog.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love it.
You certainly may.
Oh, hi there. How are you doing? Are they treating you well, huh? Are you
I think so.
shocked?
You look very happy.
I've been out rolling around on 30. Burgers on me.
We'll excuse you this time.
How are you doing?
Amazing. We love our firefighters. Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, before you walk out here, we were just talking about that blue line of hatred right there that they put on that window, and we want it taken down right now.
That really is a negative thing that you're putting out there. Yeah, now, society doesn't want that. That's actually, they've taken an American flag and they wrote it.
That blue line is a supremacy of brotherhood that they hold above other regular people who they're actually supposed to be under serving.
Under the FBI guidelines of members and gangs, under the FBI's own thing, that's what the police is doing.
Send an officer out to talk to y'all.
Hopefully, maybe, who knows what they're doing at this point, but we do need somebody to talk to the receptionist, the volunteer over there, that does not know her constitutional rights or the rights.
She is representing you as well, and that was very shameful. See, this is the first place that member of the public went, and she was atrocious, honestly. She didn't do her job, and that's what we kind of want them to volunteer to do. And another man stopped doing his job and came out and immediately relieved her of the whole burden of the accountability.
Look back.
I'm gonna put her in the office.
Thank you for chatting.
She is lovely.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Don't want to be known as a pin swiper. Was that your teeth? I'm gonna go find Gibbs, huh?
Oh, our Constitution and education. I love it. Let's make sure we capture that. Catch yourself a cameraman today.
Excuse me, ma'am.
What was her name again? Greenblatt?
Yeah, green blah or something. Yeah,
That's amazing that she's so
she's
rude to
right
you
there
like
in
that.
front of me. Ma'am, I got something to give to you, a Constitution of the United States, because perhaps you don't know your rights, because you're stepping on my rights by questioning my rights of filming, which means you may not get to work here very much longer, even though you're a volunteer. Just saying, ma'am. She's refusing to take the Constitution. She put this sign up here.
Well, she doesn't respect it, so.
She doesn't respect the Constitution. Why are you working for the people then, ma'am? Even though it is a volunteer, you need to quit. Quit fast. Do not show back up here. I will take a candy or two. Thank you.
So, Eric Brandt would say, what the F is wrong with these people? Do they take their brains out in the
Things are fucked up
training
and
facility?
stuff.
So I know y'all have yourself, right? So had you maybe handled that differently with her, do you think that maybe it would have been better in reaction?
When we first came in?
So, yeah. I mean, it's all about tone, voice, and whatnot. If you're trying to teach somebody something, right? If you come aggressively or loudly, people tend to shut off, right? As a defense, that's what we do, we're human. Or they become defensive. Had you maybe approached it differently, maybe she would have had a conversation.
Perhaps if we were on the street, I would agree with you. However, we're not on the street. We don't have a police station. She should already know. You would think a woman her age, you would hopefully no issue.
I mean, I'm 41 and I just recently learned exactly what my rights are, you know, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, but, what we want is people to learn, right? What we're trying to do. So we have to find a way to communicate with them.
Right.
And her being a volunteer, I mean, she's volunteering to do this stuff. I understand where you're coming from. She should have the knowledge, you know, unfortunately not everybody does. Our own police officers themselves.
That is true. That is absolutely true.
Who was the first one to clam up though? I mean, we tried to talk. She didn't want to talk. That's what they always do when they don't want to be accountable.
Yeah, that is true. She is the one to start questioning, why are you filming me? Don't film me.
All I did was ask her her name, and that's where shit went south, you
Your
know?
reaction was, you know, had you maybe, well, the reason I'm going to explain it in a more calmer manner, maybe she would have sat and listened to what you had to say, and then could have respected you for doing what you do, and then, I don't know. I mean, it's just.
I kind of think she did get told something on a personal level when the gentleman came back here because he understands, guess what? You can't be doing that when you're working with the public, you can't be questioning rights, especially when you are working, whether it's volunteer or not, in this facet, I guess, or this entity.
Well, I think we should just go ahead and let the viewers decide what they think, don't you? I mean, we do have the court of public opinion here. They can call if they think she did a good job and tell her that themselves, or they can complain. And
So people
also,
in my
we can
chat,
comment.
you know,
We can leave
like,
comments
whoa,
too, you
and
know?
that's why I'm voicing, you know, what I'm saying, just, you know, from a different perspective, maybe if we, because we're making a difference, but I think we can make a bigger difference, right? So it's got to be in the way that we are trying to do it, is the only way I see it. I don't know. It's just-
Well, and so, I mean, I've addressed this before. I personally think of this as my art form that
Right.
I do.
And I understand.
Not with,
Right.
not with the commenters, not with the community. I'm out here, I do my art. When I paint on an oil canvas, it's me by myself. I'm painting for me. I do all this for me. The viewers get to enjoy it. And then just to finish off what I'm trying to say, who is anyone to criticize my art? It's like saying you don't agree with, you know, you don't agree with Picasso, so you shouldn't paint. Or you don't agree with a certain cellist or something, so they shouldn't play. You don't like their strokes or the brush strokes, or just nitpicking one thing that you don't like. The fact of the matter is that we had our rights violated over at the post office, did we not? Our freedoms and liberties were violated. Then we come down here and the first thing we face is an unaccountable person.
Right. You don't have to be arrested in order to have your rights violated. I think once we do realize what our rights are, we see our rights are actually violated multiple times on the daily.
That being said though, may I, because I do have a commentary on it, because I agree. I strive to do better, be better. I agree. I've had multiple conversations with the other parties here, and that we could do better if we reeled it in, if we remained silent and things like that. So we are working to do better. But I didn't do anything to that woman. And because of this woman here, she didn't serve me. She wasn't there to serve the guy with the sweater and stuff. And so what we really found is someone that should never be working for the public. And we highlighted it. So we did an excellent job of figuring that out, I think. Should we be sparing these people's feelings and shit and serving them more than they serve us?
Well, it is.
But the expectation is on them. The expectation is on her,
What you just did is
right?
a good point.
She's behind the glass.
Whether they're in a volunteer role or if they're actually in a paid role. So to question, that's kind of inappropriate for you know, how she.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. But I do like constructive criticism because I'm learning too. I'm gonna be for real with y'all. I'm learning too, just like all of us. And when I figure something out, I want to make sure what I'm figuring out is correct. You know, because I don't want to be spreading gossip or unjust. I don't. So yeah, I'm careful about that. But yes, tone is a lot.
I mean, it is.
Change the subject, maybe?
Oh, sure.
This is all the equipment that one might need to subjugate and bring tyranny down upon an entire county or city of people. Let's go over
What
the
is
things.
this? Is these thumbs?
Those are thumb cuffs. Yeah, those are his little thumb cuffs that he would detain people with. Charles Brady here, city marshal.
Says they love your glasses, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
And yeah, so let's go over it. Please, somebody just point out all these little items there. We have his official badges, right? He's got his marshal's badge and his highest praise in duty badge. And then there's one club there, three baton, what's this called? A blackjack?
I don't know. That looks painful.
This is just a handle. It looks like a bat with a handle on it. And what's that called? A blackjacker again? Another blackjack? A double barrel shotgun, 3 pistols, 1 holster, so he's concealing those. And yeah, then you can subjugate an entire community single-handedly.
That is pretty cool.
And other people will call you a hero.
Other people will call you a hero.
It's leather with lead in it.
In his behest though, in his defense, is playing the devil's advocate here. I think Brady probably would not have had a problem telling you who he is. He probably always would have ID'd.
I think he would have always ID'd. I think he would have been very proud of his family name. Thank you, Mr. Amazing, for your assistance today.
And thank you guys for letting me join you on your.
Oh, absolutely. It's been fabulous having you aboard with us, AJOT. You guys, if you're not subscribed to American Justice of Texas, please get on over. Tell her Lady J sent you, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you will be notified each and every time she uploads one of those fabulous videos of hers, or if she goes live, and let her know that I sent you over.
So this is public access then, right, guys? There's
Well-
files in there. You want to read them?
Hold on.
Interview room.
What's this?
That's a thermometer.
Oh, a thermometer, okay.
Thermostat. There's no locks that I can see. And as a matter of fact, I think the door is unlocked.
Unlocked, yeah.
So
Okay, well, yeah, that looks
this
like
is
an
a public
interview.
access room, and if you notice right there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 files right there where the public could get that.
Ooh,
Hey,
That's
you know what officer? Oh, we need some remedy.
he's a EMS, it appears.
Just saying. Just saying. Over here, also doesn't say anything about being, would I be trespassing if I was able to open the door there?
Yes, you would, because
Oh, secure area. My bad.
right here, this right here,
All right.
this thing
Okay,
right
yes,
here.
it's secure area. No firearms beyond this point. I've could have sworn I've seen men with guns coming and going from in this door.
I could have sworn I seen it too. Well, guys, I just want to say hey to everybody that's in here. Thank you so much for being here.
Betty? Just wondering. So
Do
what
you-
do you guys think? Are the officers then in violation of section 411?
Well, if they're taking their guns back there, hello, we do have a question.
Oh, yeah, it was about section 411.207.
What is it?
No firearms pursuant to section 411.207B and 411.207 may go past that door. And I witnessed men with guns coming and going from that door.
Can you tell me that? I'm sorry, I don't know the section. Are
Oh,
you
it's
wanting to know
section
somebody-
411, it's on the
No,
wall.
no,
It's a
I know.
big
Do you
sign.
want to talk to somebody about that? or-
Yeah, because
Because I
wouldn't
don't
that
know, and I
mean
got
then
background
that,
noise, I apologize.
wouldn't that then mean
It's
that
all
your officers are violating the law?
That I can't answer. You want me to do, anybody in
yeah.
particular you want to talk to?
Yeah, is the chief of police here?
I'm sorry?
The chief of police,
I'll see if he's available.
thank you. I want to ask about the blue line. I want to take it down there.
Mr. Amazing, where did AJOT go?
She's that building, I think.
Okay. I just want to make sure she's not being, well, that's okay. I want to, I just wanted to make sure she was safe. I didn't want somebody coming up from behind and just grabbing her, you know? Because that does happen sometimes in a kidnapping type situation.
Sounded like she had some blue liquors in there to me. I don't know. I'm not calling everyone a blue liquor. I'm just saying who was actually saying that.
I don't know. She didn't say.
Some of, like Heather Holt, some of our viewers into her.
No, she didn't say.
I wonder why. That seems to lack transparency.
Yeah, well, our volunteer was going off on you. I was clear over here with Judy or whoever this is over here.
Hopefully the chief of police is not a coward. I heard he was a really good guy yesterday.
The chief's not available, but somebody will come out shortly, one of the commanders.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm a nice guy, man.
I'm going to have a sit right here because it may take a minute or two. The blue line doesn't hold the door. Oh, man, y'all, that blue line should be holding the door open for y'all. Yeah, man. Oh, I'm fabulous. Oh, and I see you got a gun on your hip, sir.
Blue line of gangsterism around his neck, too. Blue line lanyard.
Yeah, well, that's in violation of code 411.207. Yeah, he's got a gun. And, yeah.
And 411.207C. Do you have a gun, too? Ma'am?
No, come on.
Do you work for a municipality?
Yes, she does.
Oh, so she doesn't want to be held
She's
accountable
being a
anyway.
slave if she's not working. I mean,
Nothing but nice.
she's
I don't know.
moving boxes.
You guys are pretty shameful.
Pretty shameful. Do better, be better.
Yeah, I'm not saying that I'm perfect and stuff. I'm just saying that I think the expectation is put on the people behind the class that they protect themselves. You know, they've given up their rights, they've taken up these positions as public positions. And they should be the ones that I expect to treat with dignity and respect. Of course, all people should do that at all times.
Exactly, absolutely.
And I attempt to not lower myself to people this level, you know, and say whatever they want, you know, whatever. I attempt to not get on the same level as them because, but let's face it, their training is to get under your skin and get you emotionally talkative. And it works, what they do. So they know what they're doing, they fall back on their training, even a skilled cop watcher starts talking and stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, how are y'all? Good, man. How are you?
Fabulous, thank you.
Love that mustache. Thanks, appreciate it. That's good. Can't every guy grow facial hair, you know? Soy boys can't grow it like that.
Yeah, well, I got a little thing, so that's all I did.
I call mine a soy stash, but that was nice of you to share that. Thanks, man.
Have a good day.
You too, thank you very much. She's back there, the lady. Do you want to catch her? Because you can actually see through this door here.
Which
The
lady?
volunteer lady is in the back, sitting in the chair. I wonder if she gets paid. So she's a paid volunteer?
Well, being a paid volunteer is not a volunteer. Volunteerism is an unpaid service one gives.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm pretty deep about what volunteering. I just don't know why she's still standing by. And whatever it is, she's doing back there. I don't know. I'm sure the captain is very busy and he'll have very little time to talk to me. Did you want to autograph this book before I give it to him?
Sure. Thank you.
I just want to ask that we take down a blue line right now before everything. Righteous people that didn't do anything wrong.
Yes, there is a dog and something.
Actually, you know, it appears that the only, trash can is, you can find out through a records request what the chief of police is doing right now. And he's so busy that he can't pass back on that.
Well, what time is it? It is 12:38, 12:36 p.m. That's Tulsa time.
Hi, do you work for the municipality of Georgetown? Oh, well, I have a question for you.
I'm on the list.
You don't have time?
No, not
Okay,
right
there
now.
was just one question. How old are you?
How very rude. How very rude. You work for the people, but you don't have 5 minutes. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Enjoy your lunch with your
I
honey.
had one fucking question.
Enjoy your lunch with your honey. That's all I can say.
Hi, how are you? How are your girls?
I agree. I guess I need to find
I think the blue line and boot something actually runs pretty big in the community.
Do you?
Yeah, even in the criminal community, they'll be like, when I'm in the harshest of ghettos, they'll be like, we need the police, man.
In the harshest of ghettos.
Yeah, well, even the harshest of criminals will say that we need the police. Some of them, they're scared of them, but there's a tinge of support there.
Well, we need the police to a degree. We don't need, for criminals, for actual crimes, to solve those crimes with real victims. But we don't need to be living in a policed state, being told where we can and can't stack, where we can and can't. Oh, I don't drive myself crazy because I am who I am.
Well, you don't take anything
No, I
offense,
don't.
you know, offensively.
I don't, it's just that
And if
people
it bothers you,
haven't
you
done
can
it
tell me.
and they don't want to, they want to have every criticism, but they don't really know what they're talking about.
I agree.
Hi, ladies, how are you? Do you work for Georgetown? Do you work for the municipality of Georgetown? Ma'am, do you? You work for the municipality of Georgetown? I have a question. May I ask you your name? Well, right now, I'm finding out if I'll be treated with dignity and respect by the members or the workers. I'm finding out if I'll be treated with dignity and respect, namely, chiefly by you right now and the other members of the public servants.
Did you guys check in at reception? Did you
We
already-
tried, but that guy.
She's rude. Your volunteer here is very rude, and she needs to learn rights.
And, failed to do her job and is hiding behind this door right now, simply because I asked her her name,
Yes.
holding a camera.
Well, I think there's just, I certainly want to treat you dignity because
Thank
I believe that God created everyone and everyone has purpose, everyone has beauty. Okay?
Thank
So, and I'm not the only one that works here that feels that way. So I just. want
We
you to
know,
that.
we met Walters yesterday.
Yeah.
But we do have certain, what do you call it, protocol?
Sure.
So I actually have only worked here a few months. So I'm trying to figure things out. But my understanding is that you do have to check in if you're going to be here.
We tried.
I've checked in over here.
Okay? And what did they say?
I've also done well, I'm waiting patiently for an officer. Well, actually, it's a commander, because we did ask for the chief of police.
Okay. Oh, you
Yeah.
did? Okay.
Yes,
So actually,
and he's
according to
busy.
your procedure, we have a problem right now.
Yes,
So
and we need
this
it
building
addressed.
is disorderly, ma'am. Thank you for answering that right now when I was.
Okay. Okay, well, let me go.
So this
Speaking of,
building is
commanders,
disorderly.
my
You
boss-
understand disorderly, right?
Hey,
The
my
order
boss
is, as
calling
you
me. She
explained
wants
it.
me right now, so I gotta go.
Yeah, because she knows you're on
You're being
live.
disorderly as
That's
well.
why. She's watching the live stream and knows
They're
that we've
watching you
caught
go
you.
there.
So
Okay.
that's all good.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're live on 8 different platforms, just to let you know. You was live on 8 different platforms. Thank you.
They don't give a fuck.
It's all good.
That's why I'm a has-been auditor.
No, you're not a has-been auditor.
I mean, I don't give a fuck. It's a has-been. People don't care that it costs.
Well, first of all, you are letting it off you, and you shouldn't.
What do you mean? Letting what bother me? He's having fun. The people back there? Yeah, supremacy bothers me.
That,
It does.
well, yeah, okay.
I have valid questions. I treated people with respect. I think I tried to get public service. I didn't get any. The lady comes out and says, the orderly thing is you can check in over here. They're disorderly. This building is out of order there. That's my job, is to point it out. And no
Well-
one will come out here and talk about it.
If in fact you want to look at it that way, you're right. This building is disorderly, not in an orderly
According
fashion.
to a couple of employees, we are to check in this reception window right here, and volunteer or whoever refuses to do that. So that in fact creates a disorderly situation.
Yeah.
We would like remedy immediately because you all work for Georgetown, right?
That's right.
And how are we gonna receive, it looks like we're just being denied services.
Well, we do have a corporal or somebody that we're waiting patiently for. We did ask for the chief of police. He is busy. We're waiting patiently. We've been waiting for quite a while now. I don't know, this particular live stream started a while back ago.
So they did have somebody.
47
help
minutes
y'all
ago.
How are you doing?
Hopefully, otherwise they're fixing to find a protest here. I'm just saying.
Well, we don't want
because-
to protest. What we do want is we would like immediate remedy. I would like the volunteer lady. We already know everything we want to know. By the way, all of your guys' information is available online. I could get everything on that badge. So to not give it to me, it just makes this repugnant.
Yes.
And you know what that means, right? That means you're no longer serving the people anymore. And
Right. So who are you
basically,
serving?
this building you're in, they don't deserve the jobs then because they're not serving the people anymore. And it
That's
starts right there at that reception window, and that lady needs to get her butt, or someone needs to get their butt in gear and man that window right now.
The public sees and comes in contact with is a tyrant. I don't care if she's old or not. I'm not exactly a spring chicken myself, but she needs to know when she's working with the public, there are certain things you don't ask. Like, why are you filming me? First and foremost, that tells me she does not understand her constitutional rights. If she has not taken an oath of any kind, then she has rights. If she's taken her oath, she's given up her rights to stand on her oath.
Well, to respect the system, chief, I'm gonna say it. Would you please put those books down and do this thing that is urgent? Actually.
Yeah,
You're the
we-
assistant chief, and I may need fire services, or someone may need them, and what are they to do?
I might have a heart attack, or something that fall
I'm
under
just
your
saying.
services, I don't know.
This place fall in line, man. If all of this, there's no way you feed your family or yourself without it coming from the people of this city.
Who did they say was coming up here to talk to you on
Chief
the
of police was unavailable, so the captain's supposed to
Yeah,
come
we've been
out.
waiting patiently, and how long are we supposed to wait?
With all due respect, the volunteer lady is right there behind.
Yeah, Yeah, and she's actually making a bottleneck with her attitude, her being disorderly. Yeah, she's the one being disorderly.
Somebody,
Yeah.
and then they came down here to make a complaint about it. This lady would be the first thing, and she would be stifling them right off the bat.
Yeah, you cannot stifle rights. That is, yeah, if a police officer was trying to stifle rights, guess what? We could go after their jacket, just saying.
I'm gonna, we got a test in here, go deliver these books, but I'll come back through, and make sure, somebody does come down here.
Thank you, Steve.
So the terminology jacket
Disciplinary jacket.
The disciplinary
I
jacket,
know.
they don't want to use the jacket.
It's a democracy. We keep account of who's the bad apples, so you can get all that information for the public records request. The other thing I said too about the public workers, in any place that I've ever been, you go on the website and it says meet us or something like that, and it shows everyone from the judges all the way down to all the staff. So there's no reason to not tell them.
Right.
Yeah, and for me to wait 10 days, like back there, and that like what she said, yeah, it was a shame how long. 10 days. I thought she, reiterated that, but again, all that information is available.
And you said you could do that online.
It can be done, but,
Online, though, it can't be done. Okay.
That's the whole thing, especially if you want to use like a browser or something, or, maybe you get it or you get further, how you have it in location.
yeah, there's, I'm still learning. Yeah, I really am.
I mean, this is, I had to walk outside, not because of anything else, but just because I'm thinking about it. This is just, wow, for me, I mean,
It's a lot. I think.
you know what I mean? Like, when it comes to auditing and actually doing it right, because that's what needs to be done.
You're right.
It's just making me like, I needed to collect myself for a minute,
Well, I will say, I am just learning how to do it right as far as following up with the people trouble.
Right.
That's the most important part,
That
really,
is-
even if
that
it's
is-
just phone calls.
That is, in my humble opinion, where auditing, auditors, they do that.
Okay.
I say I'm an activist because I'll throw down a protest at a beat of a heart, and I don't have a problem with that. But
I would love it if the viewers would pay for their views with calls,
with calls
with complaints and calls, yeah, expectations delivered to, and grievances redressed.
to
To
Georgetown,
supervisors, the post office
Police.
master general, that lady should lose her job, she should not work.
the
for the public.
postmaster, most definitely.
This other volunteer lady, there's no way that she should ever be able to address the public in this capacity again, in my opinion.
Yeah.
She's not compatible with that position.
Well, you do make a very valid point, because if in fact a police officer said the words that she said, he's put himself in a very peculiar place. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I've said this before too, how the man comes and rescues the girl like that and completely cuts her off at the knees and undermines her entire
That's true.
presence right then by even introducing him. Okay, stand by her and support her. Do not interject. That's saying that I don't have confidence that you could do your job.
And that, you're talking about the man that came.
Mhm.
To her, yeah.
When you have
That's
confidence in somebody, you just handle it,
right,
I might stand by your side to make sure no one gets handsy or something, but,
right, and that's how professional.
So you think that because of that one interaction that she should no longer work? there?
absolutely. Because the reason being is don't, all members of the public walk through that door, and that includes disabled people, mentally ill people, and people that are just not in the right state of mind right now because either a police officer may have harmed them or another, or a crazy person. And we want them to be able to come in here the first person that they greet would be, so I would be happier with the robot right now, to be honest with you, honestly. Because the robot wouldn't take offense, it would do its job, we would have gotten badged in, it wouldn't give a shit about the cameras. Oh, by the way, the best way to film after someone has asked you to not film it, is to identify the camera.
Identify as
I'm
a
not
camera.
filming.
I'm not filming.
I identify as a camera. And if they go on further, you can just be like, don't make me shut it off, I can just stop.
I need to know every,
Yeah, especially if you're in Colorado, identify as a camera, if you will get the cops going and walk off.
There's no gender as in Colorado either, by the way, there's no gender. Do not use gender terms, they don't get offended.
Everybody's they, it.
Just don't use them. Because I'm trying to use like ma'am and mister and sir.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I'm like, oh, excuse me, sorry, because the guys,
Didn't
the people are like.
gender you.
I'll shame you in a second. But yeah, as soon as you cross the border there's no genders anymore. Or there's 48, or what was it? We looked, there's 84 in New York, remember? Something like that, 87 or something like that.
I think it was 84.
Oh, they sent somebody to help us. Oh, thank God you're finally here. How are you? Hey, oh, can you help us, right? No one's helping us.
I'm gonna park over here, guys.
Party. Okay, so I'll just bring it in.
Yeah, thank you. She's not doing her volunteer work. Thank you. Huh? Maybe it shouldn't be a volunteer position.
Ma'am, are you here to help us? Hi. I didn't know. Oh, great. Thank you for showing up. You're a volunteer? Oh, wonderful. What's your name?
George Bill.
So we're just sitting there.
Guys, do not call 512-930-3510. That number again is 512-930-3510. Please do not call Georgetown Police Station and ask them to come and assist those that are been waiting out here for well up towards an hour. Almost an hour, ma'am. That's ridiculous. That's not very prompt service, just saying.
What I
Again,
start doing at this point usually is I just start yelling help. Help, help.
actually, you're not supposed to, okay, I'm gonna tell you for the record, do not yell help, yell fire.
Oh, here she is back there. You want to get her in? Thanks for opening the door, man.
Oh, it's locked.
Yeah.
They locked you out. Oh. Again, guys, that number is 512-930-3510. That number again is 512-930-3510 for Georgetown Police Department, non-emergency. Please do not call that number.
You guys need a Bible?
Huh?
Need any religious material?
No,
I'm the chaplain right now.
you're the chaplain?
Look, I'm in his office, right?
Well,
I'll just sit in his seat. Doesn't say restricted. The door's wide open and it's unlocked. Just saying. See, I guess that's what I don't like about it. So the volunteer
Hey, 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 it's Lady J.
Scorekeeper. By Sunny.
Thank y'all for being here. I'm a jackpot. Thank you for being here.
Courageous living Bible study. Special law enforcement division.
It's fabulous seeing all y'all here. Jeff Ford, fancy having you aboard. I'm gonna come over here and sit down for a second, for a minute, and see who all's in.
You definitely don't want to capture this.
Help! Help! Help!
We've got Mr. Amazing over here asking for help at the reception window.
You used to help us. Are you here to help me? I've been here for almost an hour. Are you gonna help me? I'm just dropping off. Oh, you're not. Oh, here comes the captain, guys. Y'all for help first. I can't tell you.
Yelling for help works.
Help!
There he comes. Oh, there he goes. This is the people you pay, by the way. They don't do their jobs at all.
Help! Hi, are you here to help me?
Are you the captain? Oh, the captain and the chief, no one will do their job here. Are you a member of the Georgetown City? No. I would be, if you were, I would be ashamed.
Oh, as he goes back there, he refuses. Oh, well, he's got to have some sort of clearance in order to get back there. He has to have some sort of clearance.
I sure appreciate that. Okay. Are you here to get your GED? He's here to get his GED, everybody.
Oh. The receptionist has left her post. The receptionist has left her post.
It's right here. I mean, I could just take it off.
Yeah, that's vandalism.
Help! It's my building.
Well,
They vandalized it.
that's true. With
Ma'am?
that smut. With that smut,
What's
that
the-
blue line smut.
Yeah.
I don't know, somebody's supposed to be coming. I don't know if they were at lunch and they're coming, but they're supposed to be coming right away.
Well, we've been here for almost an hour.
Well,
Waiting?
since you guys-
So they went to
not-
lunch?
Not for that.
She just said.
Yeah,
Did you hear
but
that?
another
They went to
40 minutes.
lunch.
It's been another 40 minutes since then,
Well,
ma'am.
keep checking around. I did
Thank you.
request and everything.
Thank you. I appreciate
I'll
it.
check it.
Repugnant, absolutely repugnant uses were mentioned.
Yeah, that's sad. Yeah.
I've been here for almost 2 hours. You were standing around. Yeah, you know what? I'm being nice, I can you. You know what? You guys want to see a protest? Stick around, man. We're gonna have a big old protest in here.
Absolutely.
Let everyone know that we're about 60 seconds away from breaking the shit. All right?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, thank you for opening the door. I want to go back there. Oh, you just left, that's nuts. Great. Are you guys here to get your GP? Hello? Hi, ma'am? Excuse me? Repugnant. 100% repugnant.
Repugnant Police Department, shame on George.
Why don't you act like a normal human being?
I am a normal fucking human being. You don't like it too damn bad. Yeah. It's called the First Amendment, man. Read the Constitution, you might learn something. Thank you. Well, too damn bad. We've been here for almost 2 hours, ma'am. Thank you.
She doesn't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, so keep it down.
Not you, but the viewers, they are sucking the boot, honestly. A lot of time. They want these people to be like fucking heroes, even though they don't have to.
I got it. He's coming out.
Thank you.
They're coming.
Thank you.
I do want to.
We've been waiting for almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
So if there's some way you can get this person to help us, that would be great. This lady right here won't help us, and these guys aren't helping. Hi, did you come out to help?
Yes, sir.
Is your body camera on? Laughlin?
Nice to
Thanks
meet
for
you.
shaking my hand.
Laughlin.
Good to meet you, Laughlin.
You wanna come talk over here?
Yeah, no, I'm comfortable right here, actually. We're gonna set up our camera over there for our own protection.
That's right.
No, I'm just saying, you know, we waited long enough. and-
Yeah, we've been here for long enough.
With all due respect, we can do it right here. I'm comfortable here. If they want to create privacy, they can.
They certainly can seek their own privacy in
And
public.
here's the thing that's happening right now. First of all, we have a repugnant police department.
Absolutely.
The police department is being repugnant by the fact that the public cannot walk in here and be receptive. That needs to be a paid position and a volunteer.
Needs to
Never
go.
work for
She's
the public
rude.
ever again. I want to file a complaint about that. I want her name. Okay, the lady that was at the window.
Yeah.
The second thing is we come over here to get information and file our complaints and stuff. And
Get our,
by the way, he's wearing the blue line right here, guys, okay?
he's wearing the blue line.
Notice it's got this repugnant symbolism of supremacy.
This gang sign, for your gang member sign,
Inside this door
right here,
are fucking suits
that blue-
for us, right?
blue line.
I want this taken down right now. Yes, I can. I can do it. You wanna see me fucking do it? I'll do it. This is my building, right? What are you gonna fucking do? You're gonna uphold the supremacy of the blue line?
Would you like to file a complaint on
Yes,
this?
I would, and I want it taken down right now.
You want me to get you the paperwork?
Here is the corner of the fucking thing. Pull it down.
Would you like me to get you the complaint paperwork?
You're not gonna do it?
Am I gonna rip that?
Take this off.
So, do you want the complaint?
See,
paperwork?
guys, supremacy, 100%. Get away from me.
Yes or
You're a
no?
repugnant.
Also, I have a problem. The fact that you, sir, and several other officers come out from this back door, this door here, from a secured area, and it says no firearms beyond this point, and it's got several subsections that it's saying for A and B, and you came out with a gun on your hip. Shame, shame, shame.
Special rights.
Special rights?
privileges for guys with that.
Special privileges, that's what it would be, as a special privilege, because he works for the people. What do you guys think? The court of public opinion, what do you think about that? Special privileges?
Yes, sir. Complaint form you're asking for. So you want to file a written complaint? That is the complaint form right there.
Wonderful.
Okay,
Would you like one as well?
What's your position here?
thank you.
Lieutenant.
And your position? Not your rank, you're a patrol officer. I was told I was gonna speak to captain.
Yeah.
That's
Well, no, why I
disrespectful.
was put out here, so.
Who's the
I got
captain on
call
duty right
that came
now?
in through dispatch.
Who's the captain on duty?
I'd have to check which one is on duty at the moment.
Please do that.
I would like
Thank
to
you.
speak to the chief of police, actually. I have
Yeah.
not had that.
Well, you've already asked for the chief too,
Would you
so,
like to make an appointment with them?
No,
I can
I'll
get
hang
you
out.
the number.
Actually, as a matter of fact, he must see me. and
Yeah.
I'm not leaving this building
Yep.
until he comes and deals with me.
that's his job.
I'm gonna
He
wait
needs
right
to deal
over
with the
here.
public,
And
he
if
needs
he's
to
not
work
out
with
there
the public.
soon, then we're gonna do whatever we want out here.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
All right, let me see what I can do for you, okay?
Thank you so much, Laughlin. That is Lieutenant Laughlin. Excuse me, Laughlin, what was your badge number or your call ID number? I'm not sure how they do it here in Georgetown.
5858.
58. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
That was
Take the
professional.
sign down because you guys are violating. You're violating that law.
Yep, they are going back and forth.
Immediately, as soon as you brought it up, you fucking, because that gun is supposed to be in a locker, so.
That's right. It's supposed to be under their own rules and regulations, and they are not following their own rules and regulations. Pursuant to section 411.207B and 411.207C of the Texas Government Code, a person licensed under Chapter 411, subchapter H of the Government Code.
Oh, yeah. That's getting funnier and funnier watching people try to go in that door, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
They don't tell us they can't get in.
Of the Government Code may be temporarily disarmed by a peace officer before entering this non-public portion of the facility. Your firearm will be secured in a locker and returned to you immediately upon leaving the secured area. And it also says that in Spanish too, y'all, just to let you know exactly what it's being said.
I think I made my fucking point. I'm ready. I'm not gonna waste my life on either.
I was reading comments.
Oh, it's all good.
So you got a complaint form and
I
just walked away.
Yeah, he gave us a complaint form and he's walking away because he thinks that that blue line is fabulous there. And he didn't want to address that secured area.
What is it about the secured area?
Okay, no guns are supposed to be coming in and out of there. They're supposed to be put in a lockbox. And even officers are supposed to follow that. But clearly, there's about 4 or 5 of them I've seen coming in and out of there with guns. This guy's getting help.
Well, everybody I've been to says they don't do it, but the information on the internet says y'all do.
Sorry about that, guys.
Well, I understand, but I keep being sent to places that are wasting my time.
Mm-hmm. Transparency and accountability, you don't like that, sir?
I don't have a problem with it, we just, that's why we have to be in it time sensitive.
You have somewhere, say that
We have
again.
somewhere to be in it time sensitive.
It's time sensitive.
Oh, that's always an excuse in my experience.
So you're going to a fire or you're going to where?
We're going to testing.
Oh, a testing. Oh, so are you guys going to start a building on fire and something like that? Or are you going to do CPR on somebody?
Hopefully not.
Well, I'm just nosy like that. I like to know. You guys are, he was sharing with us that you guys are going somewhere and it's time sensitive. So some kind of training. So are you going to start a fire to put out that fire on a building, or are you doing CPR type training? What are you doing? Pardon me?
Promotional test. So for us to promote to a higher ranking department,
Uh-huh.
exam. And so that's what we have right now. Take it, load up, and then.
Well, I thank you, sir, for your time. Good luck on that test, and tell your receptionist to get back to her post or go home, one or the other. Go home. You're dismissed, ma'am. You're dismissed.
Yeah, there's 3 of the Georgetown officers, number 5 of them, 2 of them gave me their cards, identification and stuff, so accommodations to them. But 3, 1 gave me a blank card with no name on it, and 2 of them refused to give the card.
That's the post.
When we got here, all I did, well, and some people disagree, but my word is that I asked for her with the camera on, and she just shut down.
She's working for the public. She's not working her job. She's.
Something happens to them and they want to report it, they need to come over here. I told another officer that the orderliness of this building is if you go that window and you guys. And so this building now is repugnant and disorderly because of that. And I would like that remedy. That being said, my only second thing I'd like to say before I let this over, thank you for being here, is this blue line right here on the wall.
That's supremacy.
I was about to give a compliment on how you guys do really good service here and come with Walters, right?
Absolutely. He was fabulous yesterday.
Oh, no, it was Walters.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Who are you again?
Roland Waits.
Okay. Thank
Assistant
you.
chief.
Chief of police, right?
Yes.
Because it says therapist.
Oh, sorry.
They said it's like PhD out here, guys.
Oh, yeah, well, I love toying with PhDs.
And so this blue line right here symbolizes supremacy over the people. So the people on the other side viewing themselves as a gang, they just
Under the FBI?
who they are actually under serving. So that blue line must come down right now.
I can't take it down right.
It's repugnant. I can come back next week.
I get that it's repugnant,
I can come back next week and
but
check
I
that.
can't take it down, right?
I can take it down right now.
Well, not unless you, that would create issues.
That's,
I don't-
this creates.
What issues would that create?
Well, because it's up on the wall, and that would technically be damaging, which I don't.
My property, right?
Yeah, as a taxpayer.
As a taxpayer, but you don't have the right to
You're
walk
I agree
in,
with that. I agree with
right?
that.
So if
that's
we
why
can
I
work
would
out
do
a
the conversation.
solution, yeah. If we can
Well,
work
we
out a
would love a solution. Yeah, it needs to come down.
Okay,
Members of the public want it down,
okay.
period.
So there's a contingent among the public that absolutely do.
It
There's
needs to
another
come down.
contingent among the public. Right? I get it.
I'm okay with supporting fallen officers.
I was wearing
When it comes to
sport color,
supremacy
I-
issue,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm okay
I
with
get it.
it. Officers are equal
Oh,
to
except for
others,
just
which is
ones.
true, but you guys gave up your rights to serve us.
That's right.
And that blue
Well-
line is repugnant.
Well, let's talk about that for a second. Why did I give up my right to serve?
Would
Okay,
you like to address that?
Did you?
What rights do I
Okay,
have
did,
as a
okay,
police officer if I gave them up?
okay, you don't have rights.
You gave it.
You gave
I
up,
gave an oath to protect and serve.
that's right, you gave up your rights to stand on your oath.
How can
because-
servants have rights over the person they serve?
You can't.
Think about that
I don't have rights over the people that I serve, but I have my individual rights.
No, you don't,
as
you
a
gave them
US
up when
citizen.
you became an officer and you took the oath, you gave up your rights.
But where do you say, no, but where do you say, where is it
one.
written?
You took up
Where is it
the
written
position.
that a peace officer in the land of the free
This is settled, though, right?
gives up
It
the
is
right?
settled.
This is settled.
By who?
I suggest you look into it.
But by who?
I'm not
Help
going
me.
to take you in that manner.
But
You know I'm right.
point me in the right direction.
You know I'm right, right?
Why
Like
wouldn't
you're right.
you point me in the right direction?
Because,
Okay, well, how about
okay,
It's just like a.
okay.
This is very good. I would like to, you know,
Yeah, I
If you
understand.
took- if you took this oath,
And I'm not asking
you
you
had
to
to sign
educate
papers
me.
and
If I am
he
missing,
signed the waiver as well.
I have
He no
rights.
longer has rights.
but if I am
That's
missing,
you. I've never taken an oath like
welcome
that.
the opportunity to look.
He now has privileges, he now has duties, he now has responsibilities. He no longer has rights.
Your personage is for that servanthood. See?
Well, I don't, but I will absolutely
I know,
educate.
I will get that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the blue line, we just want, so if one person is made to feel dehumanized by that blue line, then it shouldn't be that.
It should not be there, especially when you're working with the public and for the public. It should not be there.
Treat me less than them too, so it's like dripping from their brow. And then it's confirmed, and they just submit, they dismiss us, and they walk back behind that blue line. And we all know it's. You know, if it was you, that would just be bigotry. You know what I mean? But if it's the group, then that's supremacy. You know?
No, I appreciate that. I
Absolutely.
do.
Or come out.
Yeah.
Words have meaning, right?
I'm sorry.
Would you agree that words have meaning?
Oh, absolutely. Words mean almost as much as just action.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Because if you can't take my word for what it is and what it's worth, then the only thing left is action.
I heard a
And
super.
action often overrides anything that I say, because if I say I'm a tolerant person and I do this, and then I go out and violate somebody's rights, what have I done? I've totally dismissed.
You've lied, is what
Totally
you've done.
dismissed my words.
But
Yeah.
see, the Supreme Court said you can lie. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Absolutely, I agree with that 100%. Just because the police say, or it says that the police can lie during investigations and all that stuff, doesn't necessarily mean that we should.
That's
I
right.
agree.
Because once you lose
Yeah.
your
Credibility.
credibility, you don't have
Yeah.
anything else to stand on.
Agreed.
Just saying.
This right here is the real hero, heroine, Lady Justice. She has autographed this book for you, and I would like for you to have the Constitution of the United States.
And I think as a PhD, you understand what I mean. What is their major malfunction?
Let me clarify. I don't have a PhD. I just have a master's.
Okay, well,
in
even with,
clinical mental health. But-
even with that, you should understand what I'm saying, because I worked in mental health
Yeah,
too,
I know,
believe it
I
or
get
not.
it.
The other
Okay.
last request that I have,
I am Lady
Lady
Justice,
Justice. I'm sorry, I saw
Liberty Press,
Liberty.
yes,
Thank you.
Justice is about 400 years older. I think she's
Yes.
also, right?
yep, look into
Yesterday,
that.
when we were speaking with Officer Walker and everyone, God rest him, I hope he's okay, and looking out and doing his goes on.
He's good.
Okay, good, good.
You guys are super duper, and
We believed that when we left here, huh? We
Last
believed
night,
that.
absolutely.
Which I never give a tag to any officer. Walker gets a 10. He mentioned that you guys would give us a tour of the police department. Would that be possible today?
Absolutely.
Fabulous. I love it.
May I ask, are you armed?
No, absolutely not. No.
Okay.
I'm armed. Well, you got my
With the
arm.
camera.
You've got my arm, and this is my other. I will shoot you with my camera.
And I will let you do that all day.
All right.
But yes, if you've got some time, I would love to show you this.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm glad I asked.
Yeah.
May I give you a card also?
Oh,
Thank you so much.
absolutely. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you bet.
This is kind of what we're looking for, actually, believe it or not. We don't want to have the bad interactions like people think we do.
No,
but
we
when
really
people-
want to get along and bridge the gap in the community.
No, I-
Conversate and communicate.
I get it.
Really.
Yes, my friends, if you want me to carry your camera, please?
Oh, that would be fabulous if you've got enough
I would
hands.
absolutely love to help with that. I'll take that off your hands and then we could shake hands with the officers or whoever, maybe
Oh,
if they want to
thank you.
introduce
We'll
themselves.
actually go this way first.
Okay.
Oh, well, thank you. We would love to go this way.
One of my things is getting names, so I hope that people are willing to give their names. If they're not, we'll move along, okay?
You understand, I have zero influence over folks that aren't GPD.
Okay.
So,
Yep.
because we've got training.
Oh,
And I'm not here to
Georgetown
raise any
Police
shit
Department.
back
Okay,
there.
yeah.
We've got other departments and stuff all here doing training, like these.
Like the
are-
fire department.
Well, not only fire department, but other agencies, like we have, the Attorney General's office houses out here.
Oh, really?
We have state police that come in here, we have DPS that will come in here and do training, but PDs from all over.
So you said DPS? The
Department of Public Safety.
Okay.
For Texas, that's what it's called, DPS. Yeah,
Okay.
well, that's what we were doing.
Okay. Thank you. Every place is a little different.
It
in
is.
Terminology and names.
So,
So we're invited to enter, guys.
You're invited to enter. Thank you so much.
Hey,
This is the wall of honor.
so yes, this is our wall of honor. We have had 2 fallen officers. They're actually over here. We're trying to figure out what to do with our wall of honor. You can see it's empty, with the exception of our logo and Georgetown Fire Department. So right now, it's just the mural. We're still trying to figure out what we'll put on it. This next wall, we don't want to add anything else to it. These are officers that are following the line. So ideally, we do not want to add any more to this wall.
Well, absolutely. I can see that. We don't want anybody to be hurt or die.
And in fact, Mr. McGill, in 1945, was run over by a vehicle downtown. If you imagine still Model A's and Model T's cruising around Georgetown, that's what he got run over by. And Officer Gaddy died during the COVID outbreak.
So did she die of COVID? So how did she die in duty?
that's interesting.
If in fact she died of COVID type?
It's a state deemed that as a result of her job, she was working, contracted COVID, so that's how they.
Okay.
figure it.
I just
It had to be
wondered.
job related.
I was just kind of wondering because you think of an officer, if they're going to be falling in the line of duty.
Think of other things
Right,
that
not an
did
illness.
take them, yeah, not an illness, not an illness.
Good point.
I'll tell you, there's, when you talk illness, we have officers that fall daily from eating right and all that stuff,
They're in the car all the time.
which is very sedentary, and we don't have the best habits of
Anybody got a
going and getting a
deep vein
balanced meal. Yeah. So,
Yeah, to pain thrombosis from
yes,
driving all day and not
yes. And
walking too
deep,
much.
deep fried thrombosis.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
if it's fried, it's good. So this is our training side of the police department. This building, well, our original PD was downtown, and it was about 17,000 square feet divided between 3 different buildings. This building is 76,000 square feet. 76,000 square feet. That training building out back that has the CrossFit emblem on it is about 17,000 square feet. So we went from 3 buildings down to one. And we also house all of Georgetown Fire Department administration. That's the ones across the hall that you saw in the lobby.
Right.
So, and that's the chief and his assistant chiefs, and their commanders, and so, but the main folks on the units still work out of the fire department. And Station 5 is right next to us, and they have a training center out here. The big gray building is actually a burn tower where they can actually, it's wicked, they start that place on fire. And it's controlled, but it allows for firefighters to go in there, do hose suppression, or fire suppression, hose management, rescue. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's, behind here, there's 3 different classrooms that there's a removable wall or movable wall. We can either open the whole thing up and seat several hundred, or we section it off so that you've got a group of maybe 40 and then 60 and 60. But we can handle quite a bit of training. And that's one of the things that's setting us apart is that we're becoming a training hub for kind of Central Texas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is
People
super
like coming here because of the high caliber and quality of training that we provide.
I can believe that, honestly, at this point.
Wow.
Moving along, moving along. Thank you.
I want to be cognizant of your time.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Sure.
We've been here for quite a while,
Have you?
actually. Yeah, almost 2 hours.
Yes, we have. I think we could.
Oh, look, operations training center.
Correctly at the receptionist area.
And I will absolutely have a conversation, because part of the reception is to receive.
You know?
That's
So,
the job. I worked in reception areas
So
before.
we will still have a conversation, and I get, people just get a little unnerved when,
I don't always vote photogenic, and
I know, right? But, and there are some days that we're not feeling it, and so I get that. And my thought to them is that, look, they're not here to cause issues, they're not here to create a problem for you.
if I may, actually, thank you. Thank you for bringing that up, because that is what I've done over 200 videos myself. She's done over 500, and oftentimes it is a misconception that I am there to get a rise from you, and I'm actually not. And on top of that, I set out to do 1 year of positive interactions, and I was committed to that. I changed my own behavior and everything. I wasn't really able to get very many in that year, So the mentality that we are there to cause a problem causes problems. So if we could in any way turn that around.
Well, hopefully, perhaps the interaction today,
Wonderful.
and your viewers can see that we can work collectively and positively together. I will not speak for other agencies, though.
Sure.
Right?
Yep.
There is that perception
Yep.
that First Amendment folks are just out to push.
Some
buttons
people do
and poke
that.
it, and there absolutely are.
You know?
That immediately just get under your skin and see how far you will take it. But
That's not different than everybody saying that I'll talk to back. I mean,
That's right.
perception.
Exactly. When you take from one, actually, here's the thing, comparisons destroy character. When you compare me to one of your last stops or something, then we're getting off on a bad foot already. You know what I mean?
You're exactly right.
Because they might get out of the car and they feel fearful because.
And they say, you cops are all alike. I have never met y'all a day in my life, right?
Yeah.
But am I the same as some of the other officers
Heck
that you
no.
run into?
Not right now.
Not right now,
Not right
at
now.
this particular
Right.
point in time in.
You've never seen me in the field having to do what we do,
Right.
but I will promise you that I'm not the same.
And bro, if you would have been 5 more minutes later coming out that door, you would have met different people. I'm just saying, we were
And I
done
get it.
waiting.
I literally walked in and they were like, hey, do you have a minute? I wasn't even here. So
Well, it's good you came.
this is part of our training. Like I said, you can see the removable walls. You can see, so the other side over there is almost a mirror image of this side. This one over to the left is a smidge smaller. But you can see if you were to open it up and just have chairs in here. So this room holds 240 chairs only. So that room, another 240, that's 480. That room, I'm just guessing, is probably about 160. So over 500 just chairs that you can conduct training, and that's touching a lot of officers.
That's
a lot of community members as well.
I hope we could get you to, or somebody to speak in the next briefing or one of the briefings about today's interaction as well, just because you know,
Oh, absolutely.
it's a positive interaction, and I think it should be noted.
Absolutely.
We're live. I'm not going to hide this. Or
We do, no, and we appreciate it. We have had several folks come, First Amendment folks come and interact with us. And some are, like you said, a little more abrasive, but others are just seeking information.
Yeah, I think of a lot of us don't come in that way, but we got.
But based on how you're received and based on how you're treated,
Exactly, yep.
you
It
have a
changes
natural
very quickly.
tendency to respond. That's human nature.
You guys have training, we don't. You know?
That's right. That's right. And I
Well-
think your officers should remember that.
We're not here to.
But we
teach.
also, we all have just treat people right.
Yeah,
And with
dignity and
dignity
respect.
and respect.
Exactly.
We don't need to be trained. I don't need to sit in an 8-hour class for that.
Right?
So,
Okay.
all right, let's walk.
You shouldn't
Yeah.
have to.
Shouldn't have to, but
You're not happy.
We do.
And that
This
does,
is
again,
super
I
duper,
want to
guys.
stipulate, starts with the reception area.
It
And so
does.
you are received from the get.
it does. And so you can see it just a smidge smaller.
Very interesting building. Now, how old is this building? So,
So,
Pardon me.
Nine.
Thank you.
9 years?
let me look. It was 2015.
2015?
Yeah, so 2015.
Nice
So
building.
7, right? I did math right? 7, not 9.
7 years.
So 7 years old.
Okay.
Whereas we were downtown we were in our original place and they said, we're gonna give you a new PD in like 10 years. They moved us to another small place, said 20 years. Well, another 25, 30 years after that, we wound up with this place. So, which is just amazing. Yes.
Now, is it big enough that you guys have room to like, grow and expand?
We do.
Or are you guys gonna be kind of in 10 years
We
going,
should be-
oh, we
we
should have
should-
been bigger?
What'd you do, man?
We should.
What's that mean?
Okay.
Did I do it?
Oh, you
Oh,
bumped the
sorry.
door for the
Okay,
AED.
okay, okay. Don't
Yeah,
arrest
so
me.
it
Give somebody heart zaps here in a minute.
Yeah, don't stress us. So we should be good growth-wise for about 20 to 25 years. But Georgetown is one of the fastest growing cities of its size in the entire nation,
Oh, really? See, I did not know
of the
that.
entire nation. So, of course, with growth comes the need for law enforcement, emergency services, police, fire, EMS, expansion. Right now, we're trying to stay ahead of it, but it's hard. And we are no different than anywhere else. We're behind in staff just to be able to respond appropriately. And time limits. Because that's, when you call, you don't expect us to lollygag and take our time.
Especially depending on what the
With
severity
the
is.
situation.
Right.
Absolutely.
Whether it's medical or.
Yeah.
somebody's been there.
And that's it. Fire department has its own EMS system. So now you've got EMS and then you got FD. All of them.
If you guys want to see the rest of this video, go over to our YouTube channels. I'm going to be canceling all other platforms at this time. And thank you.
It would come
We're
in
canceling
our
the Facebook
emergency
D Live and
council,
everything now.
And then from there, they can either send it to PD or send it to FD. But we'll let you look into it. We can't spend a lot of time there. But we can peek inside comms so that you can get a lay of the but everything comes into here unless it's outside of the incorporated
Go
city.
find Lady
limits.
Justice Liberty
And
Press
then the
on
calls
YouTube.
trunk over to Williamson County, which is the sheriff's department.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I closed out the other platforms. Worked perfect.
Thank you. Yeah. Go back here. We've been invited into the.
I wanted to come back here so bad. I did.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because it's a pretty exciting hallway. I'm not gonna lie.
It's always exciting when you have it.
And when
You're not allowed to do it. Yep.
Open, open, open.
I get it. So this is the beginning of our admin suites. And part of the purpose for having the secured area is because of the confidential nature or the information that we handle through our computers.
Okay, I do have one question
Sure.
about 411.0.
Good question.
Excuse me, 207B as well as C. Can you explain this to me? Because it's my understanding that your gun should be put in a box for security and safety.
It says they're not allowed back there.
Yeah.
You're right. For folks that are not commissioned peace officers, or the people that are not performing in line with their assigned duties and responsibilities. So because Texas has open carry, right?
Idaho does too.
And you can, we used to have permitted carry, but now it's open carry. So you can come in with your weapons into the lobby, which is open to the public,
Right.
We're not gonna let you
24
come
hours
back.
a day. But what we would ask, because you're not back on official duties as related to your police work or whatever is titled in there, we would ask that you secure it.
Well,
So for us, day to day, we're operating within the realm of what we do. That's why we, as peace officers, are allowed to come and go.
I respect Texas and everything, but I'm taking what you just said and this piece of document.
The government code?
Yeah, and I'm going to kind of apply it into my world.
Sure.
For a second, so please bear with me.
You bet.
Where I'm from, the police officers also have this, and they also have to follow, and the same thing. They have to put their guns away when they are handling people that's been kidnapped for whatever reason.
Okay.
Okay, and they bring them into the station, and they have to put their guns away as they're moving.
Through parts of the department?
Right, right, and it's usually the back part.
Right.
Where they're bringing the guys.
Yeah.
Or women in, I guess.
Yeah.
Can you?
I
Is
can't
that
speak,
here?
I can't
Is that
speak to
here?
other departments.
Right, but do you guys do something like that here?
We don't, because we don't have any type of a holding area where you may have folks that have committed criminal act. Like if we arrest somebody and we take them to jail, we take them into the Sally Port, we have to leave our weapons in the locks at the jail because we're going into a controlled environment.
That's
Where
where.
there's potential for prisoners and folks that might want to disarm me.
Right.
And do harm.
Right.
So we don't have anything here that would preclude the officers from carrying. Now, depending upon what we're doing.
So you don't have prisoners here?
We do not. We
Okay.
do not house prisoners
You
here.
take them to like a county,
We
to the
take them to the
sheriff?
county holding, which is downtown.
Okay, that makes
So,
sense.
So we don't have those secure areas here in our facility.
So,
That makes sense.
do y'all have jurisdiction in the post office?
No.
I mean,
What do you
or do
mean?
y'all have a security, a security contract?
We do not. No, we don't have any type of off-duty officers or if something were to happen in the U.S. Postal Inspector were to reach out to
I
us.
mean, 8 officers pushed us out of the post
They
office.
did
That's
too.
why I'm
Right.
asking.
Each of your officers today.
Today.
That's why we're
And
here.
That's why we're here, yeah.
Thank you.
Well, you mentioned,
Right.
I thought you said 3 came.
No.
Well, 3 failed to give their ID. The
Oh,
other
3
bad
failed to give their
actors
ID.
Yeah,
went
that
ahead
was
and gave their
against y'all's
ID.
policies and
So we could hold them
procedures.
accountable, but
officers.
what about the other
Yeah.
guys?
Yeah,
You know?
shame on them. They're not looking very good.
Don't shoot.
Agreed. Not even a peace officer, but they work for the fire department.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I'm a big joker. You're doing wonderful.
Yeah.
No worries.
Lawson, you take notes, man. This guy's amazing here.
Yes, he is.
So,
He wants you to get advancement. Yeah.
So if you were not treated appropriately at the post office, I apologize for that.
Thank you.
Well,
Oh my
On
God.
behalf of the organization. So, because one of the things that we try and do is we try and set ourselves apart. And we try and take care of the business that we need to take care of in the most professional, legal, ethical, moral manner that we can.
That being said, were we allowed to be kicked out of the post office? Can I go back? I want to go back there.
Absolutely,
So-
because the federal police are the ones that
We didn't do
should have
anything
been
wrong.
called.
Yeah.
They have
Well,
We were
authority.
escorted out.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. If whoever is managing or directing the post office asks for our assistance, which apparently they did.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't, we don't sit there and just cruise through the post
It was the
office.
postmaster lady
Yeah, it was
herself.
supposed
So,
to. She's gonna get a fat complaint.
and of which
She
you
deserves.
don't have that right.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
if they call us to assist in removing somebody from property, if they have asked you to leave and it's
Under
within,
poster 7, they cannot
but
go.
if they believe it's within their ability to do
Because they
so,
believe
does not make it right.
That's right.
Agreed.
Exactly
Right.
right.
She
So
did get the
what-
okay.
where I'm
on it,
going
too.
with this is that if they ask us to help, we're gonna go over there and we're gonna ask, what is it that you need from us? They're gonna say, can you please make sure that these 3 folks leave the property? And I would guess that's what the officers did.
They made us leave the building. We didn't
They
leave the
did.
property.
We did not.
Okay.
They left the property.
They asked you
before
to
we
step outside, yeah.
did. And they wanted us to leave. I said, nope, sorry, we're
So
out in
we're in
public
public
now.
now. You know,
So-
are you, maybe,
So
are
I
you?
get it, but to answer your question, we do not have any type of a contract or anything like that. We are not their, security response force. We're the community's security, right? But we don't work for them.
Right, and honestly, she should have called the federal police, to be honest
They
with you,
have
like a
resources.
marshal or somebody.
They have resources that they could.
That is really
reach
who
out.
she should have honestly called.
Had she done that, they would have told her that we were able to be there.
That's right. That's
Probably
it.
right.
Oh, no problems about it. We've done our homework.
Alright,
Um,
next block. Which way you going? Coming out? Come on.
Oh, you're fine.
No, we want you guys
We always
to.
like good looking
Say hi,
guys
wave,
in
say hi to Mom.
uniform, you know?
Thank you, guys. If you see me out there, I'm not here to cause trouble, okay?
Calm down, Lady Justice.
So behind here, this is records. This is, besides the officers, this is where all the information gets funneled through. Where you can see the mailboxes back off to the left. And the glass right here is where you were looking into the records. If it happens and it's documented, it filters through them, which is crazy to think of the amount of paperwork and stuff that they're responsible for. I'm glad I'm not in it because I think I would pull what little hair I have out because it's constant.
Yeah.
So we're working to try and get them some additional staff.
That's cool. Moving
Walk
on.
this way. Sorry, how are you?
Good.
So this is the back entrance to the fire admin, like I mentioned. Our peak window to communications, we'll actually stick our head in
For communications? Okay.
for emergency comms,
Yeah, the night, yeah.
911,
Yeah.
communication. What I would ask is when we go in, stay right at the door. One, so we don't disrupt them, but that way you can, where we're gonna be, you can get a clear look of the operation.
Julio.
So this is our emergency comm center. Currently, we have, I believe we've got either 4 or 5 folks that are on duty. It's men and women. And today we've got all ladies in here and several of them have been here like 20 plus years. You can see we're getting ready for expanded growth. For the first 7 years, we only had those 4 stations on the far side of the room. They've recently added these additional 4 stations. They are supervised by a manager who's right the second door there on the right. If it chirps, beeps, rings, it comes through here.
Oh, wow.
There's alarms that end here that then they have to send out. All of our radio communication from officers through firefighters, EMS, everything filters through these folks. And they do a phenomenal job of keeping us safe. And they love it because they get to tell officers where to go.
That's right.
I think he said that we were.
That was neat. That was neat.
this one?
Yeah. So this is our emergency operations center. Years past, we did not have, years past, we did not have a permanent setup. We literally would work out of our training rooms. And if an emergency situation kicked off, we would have to drop what we were doing, scramble in there, pull out tables, pull out phones, pull out computers, and we have to bring it up. So with the Emergency Operations Center, we've got 24-hour access. It's already up. Literally, my office is right down here. I unplug my computer, walk in here, plug it in, and we're wired for sound. And the tables will be divided up into, let's just say, operations. So we'd have the fire chief, the police chief, director of EMS. I don't know who else would be in that, but this is us, right?
4 different stations.
Yep. And so then you'd have, finance, you'd have the folks from the streets and water department and all that kind of stuff. And then we have an emergency management director who will kind of use the magic wand and keep us all in line.
Now, what kind of emergency would possibly would you need to be using this for?
So natural disasters. Just up the road is Gerald, who has a tendency to get hit with tornadoes, but they have a tendency sometimes to form over us. So we get the warnings. Flooding. We've had flooding happen. We have also the snow apocalypse. I don't know if you heard of it. Was it 20 or 21? In 20, we got snow here. Which is, you notice we're smiling. I'm from Colorado, I get snow. But folks from Texas don't get snow. Folks from Texas don't get snow. And so we had 6 to 8 inches. And it shut everything down. We were Oh, you're from Texas? Yes. And it's crazy. Things just don't function. We're also not prepared because you got water lines that are breaking. Right. You got people that can't commute. We don't necessarily have snow removal services like you would in Iowa, Colorado, but that's when street department gets creative and uses bulldozers, anything and everything, right? So we had to deal with that. Major events. Every year we have what's called Red Poppy Festival, which happens down on the square. In theory, if you've got 70,000 people flooding into your city, that's going to create issues. We could lift the center up and navigate everything from right here. We don't do that because it's downtown. We set up an alternate location downtown so we're closer to the action. So, yeah, so there's just a wide variety of things that we could use. We can also set this up if there was an emergency that happened in the county and perhaps county communications went down. We could bring them in here and we could tag team it and work together that way.
Oh, okay. Well, this room is really the heart of.
It can be.
In a way. Yeah.
Knock on wood, we're glad it's not up because then we know that we've got a problem.
Right.
And we're okay with not having a problem
I'm
and leaving it just like this.
Me too.
Yeah.
I like it just like that.
I'll second that, third that.
Let's walk this way.
Anna Banana. Anna Banana in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's that? Okay, let's go this way. So we mentioned fire admin over there. That's kind of their emergency EOC conference room, to where if they needed to have just quiet conversations about some of their operations, they can go in there. This is the police admin related to EOC, but there's some folks doing some other work in there. But we're actually going to take you through the police admin suite, where all of us, the chiefs and administrative folks are. The real behind the scenes.
The execs.
So this is literally our police admin. Here we have our public safety information. She does a lot of the graphic work throughout the department. We have an actual certified crime analyst who helps with crime trends, helps project where we should be focusing our effort. You know, because 95% of our job is response oriented, somebody calls, we roll. But when we get free time, downtime, we like to be a little bit proactive and go out and try and reduce those areas that are being hit.
Oh, okay.
So she helps provide all that information to us.
Yeah. The people need that. They want that. I know they do. They've told me
And
that.
people ask all the time for, hey, can I get the crime stats of my area? And she does a phenomenal job of being able to produce that.
Wonderful.
We've got our professional standards, which is our internal affairs, but they also are responsible for our hiring and dehiring of folks. Fire folks, we just dehire them.
Well, you'd have to call the fire department out if you.
See? Good
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
That's right.
That's
That's right.
Yeah, you can. And COVID got her. Okay, COVID.
So here are my humble abode.
Oh shoot, you're orderly in here, man. He's gonna let us search the office?
Very tight.
I freaking love it, man.
Also the chaos that's internal.
Did we get the one orderly cop here or what, man? Huh?
Keith is an orderly.
Okay, Keith. Thanks for being here today, Keith. You've been super. He's held the door for us and stuff, guys.
So when COVID hit, everybody was scrambling for hand sanitizer.
Right.
Tito's stopped manufacture of their vodka and made hand sanitizer.
This is true.
I think it's just kind of cool to have a Tito's hand cleaner bottle, never opened. So maybe someday on eBay you'll see it.
That is
You might
cool.
get a little penny out of it.
Exactly.
Look, you let us know all those guys and everything. Gio is commending you, Assistant Chief. Our friend Gio, he says this is amazing. Thank you.
Yes, Gio, thank you for the props. Appreciate that. Lieutenant Craig Murray is another officer that we had pass away. He actually died of pancreatic cancer in 21. And I get a little emotional because I lost my father in 21 from pancreatic cancer also. And so November has a deep place in my heart for pancreatic cancer awareness. So
That's cancer.
Yep. These are the two wonderful admin ladies that.
How are you?
that
So
keep
good.
all of
Thank
us
you for having
officers
us.
Squared away,
Pretty smile.
and they do a phenomenal job at it. That is a picture of one of the first Georgetown police car.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty cool picture.
Yeah.
It's like 1940 what?
47, 46, 47, somewhere in there.
Not that I was around at that time, because I certainly was not. But
She's so funny.
I'm 29.
Lady J is one of the funniest chicks I've ever talked to. She's so funny.
All right, so we'll walk through CID. You don't have to be absolutely quiet, but it's a open, cubicles, so noise travels. So
I won't speak.
yeah,
I won't talk.
Hush.
Okay. Did you hear how he talked?
So this is criminal investigations. In addition to criminal investigations, the detectives that you have your officers that go out, they handle the initial call for service. Then if it's more than what they can deal with on a shift or within their purview, they pass it up to the detectives.
Oh.
You know, on TV, you just hear about detectives and nobody knows really
How they get.
how it gets there, how it happens.
Right.
So Keith's crew will go out, they'll take the report, and they'll be like, all right, this one's going to be more than what we're ready for. So it gets passed up. And so we have property crime, we have people crime detectives, and we have financial crimes. And they kind of then help divvy up the work. It's a bunch of work. You figure, how many is that?
That's everyone?
12?
What?
12.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Well,
it.
I'll tell you, you're lucky you got Walker. I hope he's getting a couple days of rest, but
Walters.
Walter, sorry, yeah, Walter, yeah.
He's in he's in patrol, but yes, he's doing fine.
He talked to us yesterday. He came right over. He was the nicest, probably one of the best cops I've ever talked to.
Yeah.
At that time, anyways.
Yeah.
So this is where detectives are, and then we also have a group called our deployment officers, which help with if they have to do, like we're having a rash of the burglars, construction theft. They're going in and stealing appliances, but they're stealing, they're stealing the wood and everything, right? They're taking everything. So these will be the folks that will go out in the dark at night and kind of lay low and observe and see if we can't catch people. And it's not just Georgetown, it's nationwide. That the catalytic converters and the construction.
Oh God, in Colorado right now, the catalytics.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's missing one.
Yep.
Epidemic.
You know that because they're pushing the metal.
Hmm.
You get you retrieve all the metals out of it, and then you go get a couple $100 for it. Construction theft, so they're turning around and either using them or they're selling them or going to other sites, and it's saying.
Oh, I was saying.
Oh.
We sometimes comment to our
talking to folks.
chatters in there.
So yeah, so it's just ongoing. It's ongoing. So all right. Stairs or elevator?
Either or. I'm okay. I have a bad hip, so how about elevator?
Well, I noticed that I had a hip replacement last year because I was like that.
I'm glad you got it fixed, man. I wasn't able to get mine fixed yet. So
if we go stairs, we can go right here. If we go elevator, we have to go back up to the front.
let's do the stairs.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, if everyone else is okay with that.
That's
I know,
true.
right?
That is so true.
That's true. Momentum and gravity.
I don't like stairs. I don't like locked doors. I was locked up, eh? Yep, see, this is we got back here.
Actually, you know, keep our head out. We'll come through down here and then we'll go out back for the. Is anybody in the attack house?
I don't remember seeing the email right in the front.
Okay, we'll check.
Thank you.
This is our little break room. This is where the officers come and a lot of times they'll just eat lunch or hang out.
I know that guy.
No. If there's any goodies. Yeah, I know, right? Usually there is. I'm not gonna lie, this community.
Oh, no, it's in here.
Usually our community is very good care of us and it's all done sweet. Needless to say, I don't spend a lot of time down here trying to figure this, so.
This guy right here, he gave his name.
There you go.
You know, he gave his name. I just want you to know this guy, he didn't have a problem with it. I'm not saying he's the best cop on the force, but he gave his name up.
He's one of our brand new officers.
There were 3 cops there that didn't.
Thank you.
Who's that?
Bradley.
Oh, yeah.
So I mentioned the Attorney General's office. This is where they're at. And it says special ops on the door because when you talk about growth, this is actually our space that we have decided to let them use. But should the kind of time come where we need it, they understand that they'll have to vacate.
Oh, they
I
get
mean,
the
it's not gonna
eviction.
it's not gonna be like Monday, you gotta be out.
Right,
Right.
right. Give them some advance.
But we give them some
warning.
advance notice and then, but this is a pretty good sized area and,
That does look good. I'm just gonna.
yeah, we don't even get to go in there. A lot of the stuff they do in there
It looks
is
like we got
related
lots
to,
of file
they do have a ton of file cabinets. They have their own computer forensics labs and stuff in there because they handle a lot of the online solicitation of minors. And
I
so
commend them.
yes,
Absolutely.
there's a lot of stuff that happens in there that the rest of us, a lot of society just
Don't even know.
don't even know.
And we probably want to keep it that way,
Yes.
maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe we want to
Well-
educate ourselves and be sad for a minute.
Or we will become very angry.
That is probably
Yes.
the truth of the matter.
This is our patrol division. This is where Keith and his team hang out.
Oh, so we're in your area.
I was the patrol commander down here for 18 years.
Wow.
I think they forgot me. They just left me. down here.
They don't respect you no more, huh?
So, but this was home, and I actually loved it because this is the heartbeat. You talk about the heartbeat between comms and here. This is the first line. These are the folks that get the call day in and day out. This is our report writing area. They can come in here. They have computers in their car, but if you've ever tried to work on a laptop or a mobile device in your car, you
Do it every
know
day, sir.
but you know it's not very comfortable,
There you go.
right?
Yep.
So they can
But
come in here.
I create videos on the daily.
See, and that's crazy if you're editing and everything from your car. That's
from my
nuts.
phone.
Oh, that's even more insane. But props to you. So they come in here and they can refresh their equipment. They can get their batteries charged, literally for their radios or their cameras, their body cams.
Do you guys use Axon?
Yes.
I learned through watching Axon footage that they sometimes skip a second.
Yep.
Really?
And a second can be a
Fact.
lot of information.
Proven. That's
Yeah.
60 pictures, actually.
Yeah, you might want to look into that.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay.
Well, if officers have this area to kind of do their report, why are they always, we see them sitting somewhere and they're saying we're filling out our report?
So sometimes they will. There are officers that will park someplace, one for observation, because maybe it's an area where you got people that are blowing stop signs or things of that nature. They will strategically place themselves so that they can be observed, but so that they can work on their report. Not everybody likes to come in here. Some of the easier, quicker reports, they'll just knock out. And then when they pull in the parking lot, it'll download. So there are some folks that they're not blowing smoke. They're legit working on their stuff.
Well, here I thought that it was because they wanted to have a little party after the party.
I thought they were watching YouTube.
After party. Yeah.
They're watching for all these First Amendment folks.
Watching our channel, that's for sure.
So this is our briefing room.
Oh, a briefing room.
So literally every day prior to shift, this is where the officers can
Is this how they shine their boots?
knock your dirt off. Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
Oh, I thought the bootlickers shine those up for you guys.
Yeah.
This is a reformed bootlicker over
Yeah.
here. It's a
So,
reformed
work smarter, not harder.
There you
Okay.
go.
So yes, so that allows them to knock the dust off.
Yeah.
It's not going to put a high gloss shine, but it will at least take them from brownish to blackish.
Oh, wow, look, guys, it's the oath. Hello.
I do? Oh, get that, please.
I'm
I've always
trying.
wanted to know the oath.
I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the duties of the police officers of the state of Texas and
To the best of my
And will.
ability.
when will, to the best of my ability, preserve,
Preserving,
protect.
protecting, and defending the Constitution, and the laws of the United States and of this state. So help me God.
That's amazing, guys.
That is amazing. Thank you guys for showing us that.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
So that's what, when the officers come in and the chief swears them in, the chief actually asks them to reflect on what does that mean?
Oh, good.
Oh.
Because he wants to know who the person is. We can teach you to run and gun and chase and do all that stuff, right? We want somebody that can think, that can act independently, that can be respectful of the things that are going on, right? And this is our baseline for what we do, right? Because if you cannot faithfully execute the duties, right? Or preserve, protect, and defend, then we've got a glitch.
Yes.
We've got a disconnect.
I would agree with that.
Right? So every officer that takes this oath, we ask them to expound upon this.
So can I ask, why is it put up in that blue line?
Yeah, I was
Thank you, Lady J.
I'm tracking.
Under
I'm tracking.
FBI, under the FBI, their own, how do I want to say it? Their own definitions of gangs and whatever. You guys are looking more and more like gangs to the public. You really are. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but hey, I'm the bearer of bad news here. Y'all are looking like
I will take
gangs.
it because, and I may do the research that y'all have asked me to do, right? Because
Thank you.
so internally, the way we see that is we're all we've got, right?
We're all together in this.
Meaning, as police officers, right, we know that we want to believe that the community will come to help us, right?
And we want to believe that officers will do their job.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So for us, that blue line signifies just the solidarity and the unity. Now, can it be perceived as something different? You're absolutely right.
And it is, over and over.
And it
all over
is.
the United States.
I am not going to argue that point with you because I get that. I understand it. Okay.
Take it down.
But again, you see the work that went into that.
Oh, I love the
And
artwork.
Do you not want me to be employed anymore? Because if I start tearing that down, Chief's going to come down here and escort me out.
No. We need you here. We need you here. Please, we need you here, man.
But I am taking it to heart. I absolutely am.
We need you here.
Because it means something to the community. It means something to the folks that we are here to protect and defend, right?
And to serve.
And to serve.
Right.
Yes.
Right, exactly.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, it's just something for you all to think about, to consider, and to see exactly what it feels like to those that are looking at that and seeing that. And then you get a cop that, I don't mean to be rude or whatever, but you get somebody that maybe is having a hard day.
Yeah.
We're all entitled to having an off day once in a while, and cops are no different. But they have to show some attitude, and they're supporting that blue line. It's just rubbed you the wrong way. It really does.
And I get that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You bet. We'll go out this door.
I like this accountability.
So these are actually our core values.
Oh, okay.
Teamwork, accountability, integrity, leadership, and professionalism. Those are our core values. And then we can break those down into subcategories also. So that people understand, because we want the officers to understand what it is that, if I come to you and say, what are your core values? They can rattle that stuff off all day. But tell me what it means. What it means to you. I don't want a textbook answer.
Right, because everybody's going to have.
I just need to know, what does accountability mean to you? Right? That's what I need to know. And that's what the community wants to know.
Absolutely.
These words look spiffy.
Yeah, accountability, just to answer your question, for me, accountability to me means that even if I do something wrong, I'm going to face that. I'm not going to lie in court so that I can get away with some bad act.
Yep, absolutely. And we talked about words meaning something. Exactly. If I stand in front of you and say, you know what, I messed up, I'll probably use a little harsher word than that, right? But I messed up. I accept the responsibility of my actions. We are the only one that's in control of us.
That's right.
As much as I want to think that I control these folks, I don't. I manage, I oversee, I supervise.
We can only control our reaction.
Our action and our reaction. Yep, you're right. And that's what we're looking for when we talk accountability.
Getting pretty positive comments here, man, from the viewers. And
professionalism, everything, integrity, holy heck, right?
So can you recite the First Amendment?
I cannot. I'm not gonna.
Oh, I got a good one though, and we don't expect you to recite. There you go. There's 5 provisions granted to us under the First Amendment. Can you name 3?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay, so go ahead, Lady J. You brushed up on this recently. We'll let you educate him.
Wait. Yes, I can.
I'll
Y'all just stand by.
I may or may not be able to do this.
Hey guys, we got to read in the Constitution here right now, guys.
We've got freedom of religion. We've got freedom of redress. We've got freedom of press. We've got freedom.
Yep. Assemble.
Yeah, assembly
and expression.
I'm trying to show you where
assembly and expression. Those are the last 2.
Wait, what? You called it something else.
Expression.
No.
Free speech is expression.
Had you said, tell me whatever's written.
Oh, there's 5.
I would have gotten it.
The provisions, which are, you're right. I get it. Okay. He's right, guys. I used the wrong terminology there.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's all right. He didn't know the lingo and stuff.
Words do matter.
Words do matter.
But, yes. Okay.
He's slick.
Tracking.
He's slick, guys. He's slick.
I do get it.
Cool.
But I can honestly say that I don't spend my day reading it.
Me neither, bro. There's been time I don't know it. I didn't know the First Amendment either a couple of times.
Yeah.
But it only takes a few minutes, and I highly recommend that you do read the whole thing.
Now I will.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So think about it every time he's on the shitter.
I'll put it in my uniform. So the way this is broken up down here, so we have a patrol lieutenant who is responsible for a squad or a shift. And so the lieutenant is Bravo, right? Bravo?
Yes.
Or Baker, sorry, Baker squad. And so you have a lieutenant and then you have 2 sergeants. So this is Lieutenant Laughlin's office, and then his sergeants are on either side of him. And they share an office with their counterpart on nights. So that during his squad, if his sergeant needs to talk to somebody, they still have privacy in their office.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
Can I peek through this here? Oh, it's not as orderly as
No, no,
your
no.
office.
Well, see,
That's why the door's closed when I'm not in there.
I'm sorry, but I'm very friendly, but
but look, he's a flowchart guy. He's a sticky guy.
Oh, yeah, sticky notes.
I do like organization. You're
Official
okay, man.
correspondence, right there, sticky stuff. Yeah.
so you have like a tickler file set up kind of with your sticky notes. Very good, very good.
So this would be his counterpart on night shift. They're right there. We actually have fleet services, which are volunteers.
What is a fleet service?
Our cars.
Hey,
Helping
cleaning
keep
the
our
cars.
Not cleaning them,
Oh.
just getting oil changes, getting
Maintaining
tires
them.
put on them, getting maintenance done.
Making sure the brakes are working.
We
Making
check on that
sure
too,
brakes
by the
are
way. That's
working.
one of the things
Yes.
services I
Making
provide
sure
you.
the lights work,
Yes.
the emergency lights. They take them for the state inspections, yes? Is that, if that's what you said?
Yes.
Yes. They take them for state inspections. We have folks that they're retired and they want to give back somehow. And some of them were gearheads back in the day. And they're like, what can we do? And so we bring them in, and all the volunteers that we have, 400 something volunteers, all have to be vetted, all that kind of stuff because of the CJIS information that we handle, criminal justice.
So you don't let the inmates do that? They
What's
can't-
that?
The inmates can't volunteer to?
Fortunately, we don't have inmates.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just checking to see if you're following along
They don't-
because we don't have a jail
Yeah,
here.
they don't.
oh, okay.
I asked that. That's one of the
Hey,
Yes, sarcasm is not lost on me. I get it.
no extra charge, okay.
But these folks do a phenomenal job. They will even go to the officer's house to pick up the vehicle if they're not capable of getting it in to have the maintenance done.
Extra charge, get it? Extra charge.
And so this app is an exact reflection of the opposite side.
All right.
Um,
man.
These are the other 2 squads that work over here.
Who's this dude with the eye patch, man? Tell his story.
So this is because we have to put forward a professional face.
Wall of humor, guys.
But officers have to have a release also, right?
Right.
So that, who does that look like?
Mr. Bean.
Well, yes, you've spoken to him. You've spoken about him.
Uh-oh. That's the
Walter.
Walter. That's Walter's guy. They said it looked like Walter's.
So, and when we talked about
It's him?
snowpocalypse,
It's him, guys.
well, it looks like him.
Oh, it looks like
I don't
him,
know if
okay.
that's actually him or not, but that's his signature too.
That is snow. He's wearing earmuffs.
Because it literally 6 to 8 inches of snow here.
Yeah, they don't even have the gear in the
Yeah.
state for that.
Yeah,
Walmart won't even have it when you go to buy it, right?
I'm not sure what's going on there. I can't really.
It kind of looks like a blowy. I'm just saying. Looks a
Yeah,
little bit like a blowy,
But I don't
bro.
believe that's what's happening.
I don't think that's what's happening. Okay, guys, they're getting
Yeah.
services here. No extra charge.
No. No.
There's like, what is that?
You're so funny. I don't believe
Teamwork
it.
makes the dream work.
So again, like I said, this is where all of the officers, the uniformed officers, operate out of.
So these guys are SWAT team?
So that was our very first rendition of SWAT. In fact, at that time, it wasn't even called SWAT. What was it called? It was I don't even remember what it was called, but it wasn't SWAT. Yeah, can you read it, Pat?
ERT. That's it, emergency response.
It's emergency response team, and Because SWAT,
Thank you, Gio.
SWAT has very aggressive historical connotation, right? So when you talk about emergency response, they did more than kick doors and chase bad guys. It literally was emergency response to all kinds of different situations. So, but that was, yeah, I don't even know what year that was, but quite a few of them aren't even here anymore.
Yeah, I think
I was
somewhere
on
around
a SWAT.
2014, I think,
Okay.
or maybe 2012, because I want to say this is one of the first cars.
Yeah.
So somewhere.
I bet you're right.
2012, 2013.
You were on SWAT?
Yeah, it was called Super Winning Attitude Team. Yeah, and that's
You're
true.
still on it.
Thank you.
You're still on it.
Attitude is everything. Knowing is half the battle, huh, Lady J?
That's right, and actually.
NBC. Right? Wasn't that NBC that used to have that?
No, actually.
And now you know, and the star would go, and
Well,
knowing is half the
actually,
battle.
G.I. Joe.
Well, G.I. Joe, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I know this guy.
Yeah,
Look,
I
it's
know
the
this
Felix
guy.
Ray. That's right, man. How's it going? Look, we got in the backpack here, man. How you doing? Look, good to see you, man. Rhea didn't have a card, so he wrote it down
Yes,
for
he
me on a
did.
piece of paper, just so you know, okay?
Yes, very,
So
very
we
well.
talk about holding areas, we talk about jails.
Right.
We do have what I refer as a cement sitting room.
Oh.
But we do not utilize it because there's a whole bunch of other regulations and policies and things that you have to have, and staffing that you have to have in order to operate.
Like a kitchen.
Even,
right?
exactly, just like a kitchen, even a holding area. So that's why we might bring somebody in here to get some quick fingerprints from them, but they never go inside the room. So we're probably going to transition
Okay, so
those.
I think that's the beating room right there, guys.
The beating.
That's
No
the beating
beatings.
room right
There are
there.
no beatings.
Are there any blood on the floor in there? We're gonna take a little
No.
looky-loo.
There is none.
You guys cleaned it up already. That's
Just
very
good cleaners. They have volunteers to do that. I'm sorry, man. I'm just being comical.
Yeah.
Thank you for your hospitality.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
I do.
Are we going out this way?
Yes, sir. And we're going to hook a right.
All right. So when we leave here today, you're going to get back to us with the names of the other officers, correct? Wonderful.
Did you get the prayer?
Not me.
And write it in front of the door.
I could have sworn that.
Oh,
was mine.
hey, man, hold on, wait. Now we're here. There's a police officer's prayer, guys. That's it. A police officer's prayer. Lord, what do they mean by that? I ask for courage to face and conquer my own fears, courage to take me where others will not go. I ask strength of body to protect others, and strength of spirit to lead others. I like this one for myself. I ask for dedication to my job, to do it well, dedication to my community, to keep it safe. Give me, Lord, concern for those who trust me and compassion for those who will need me. And please, Lord, through it all, be at my side. What a wonderful prayer there. We won't mention church and state.
The separation.
I like
We're
it.
a municipality. We're not
Okay.
the state.
That's
This is
good.
true. This is true.
A state is something you're trapped in. Did you know that?
Did you see the oath? The best of your, live it to the best of your ability? What we were just talking about?
Yes, in your other room.
Now we're just giving these guys free PR now.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And he
This is
recognizes it.
Georgetown, Texas, folks.
So we talked about the special ops suite. This is the end of it. All of the
And
AG's office is in there right
That is
now.
pretty good size.
Yeah, it really is.
And you said this building is 78,000 square feet.
how much was it?
76,000.
76,000, see, that's good.
The viewers are asking how much it costed. That's a groany groan there.
I would say several million.
I would say at least one, right?
I will get it before we leave.
Thank
Okay.
you.
And I'm thinking upwards of $28.
Dollars.
I'm not a math major, but I think there might be some zeros on the end of that. Let's stick our head in here. This is
Okay.
only one place, the only time I come through here is when I'm getting a tour. Okay?
Hey, don't tell more jokes like that, man. The only time I come in here is when I'm on tour, he said, guys. With those guns you got, man?
That's why I wear black, it's slimming. So,
Now we know all their secrets, guys.
Yeah, so this will rival like some of the small community gyms that you see.
For sure.
And
On the
part of that
freeways,
is,
for
one,
sure.
because like fire are fitness nuts, right?
Yes, they are.
We as cops have not done necessarily a good job of staying physically fit. I'm not gonna lie. You can go to places where you encounter officers and you look at them and go, okay, all I gotta do is turn and go, and then, you know, what's gonna happen. But one thing that we have been trying to stress is that not only do we teach you how to use everything on that belt, you have to physically be capable of performing day in and day out. And
We were
so-
just talking about that.
And so when we go outside, we'll show you a couple of the physical fitness courses that we have, and some of the mandated physical activity that we do. But we also allow the officers to work out on duty.
Well, what happens if they can't pass their physical?
So if they can't pass their physical, they get put on remedial training. And they actually have to meet with a certified
Physical therapist?
fitness cadre.
Okay, fitness cadre.
And we not only have just regular physical fitness, but we also have, what's the gym out there? CrossFit. We have CrossFit, but we focus on just the basics of nutrition and starting small. Because if we don't work out, I can't expect them to go out there and run 2 miles.
Well, yeah, well, they need to
So-
start with like holding a tripod, man, because this is a lot of work right here.
To give you a run, I've got a big coffee cup that I walk around with. I'm not gonna lie.
So, this is for physical. Now, what do you guys do to help the officers with their mental?
Very good. She's awesome, isn't she?
Is there anybody in the other room? So that's important because we have a peer support team. But we also train that. I mean, you saw the therapist.
Right.
So as a licensed clinical therapist, it's important to me that we've got the right headspace working.
Exactly.
Because like you and I talked about, what we all talked about, there are days that we just have, we're just having a bad day, right?
Right.
But I need you to be able to be
Oh,
in
this
check.
is a dojo. You guys got a dojo.
We do. This is a Cobra Kai. And,
I don't know if I should be on it.
no, you're fine.
I was wondering the same thing too.
You're fine. Because it's
We just
squishy.
have to dial
It feels
in.
good. Yeah, no. So we'll come back to it. This is where we practice our defensive tactics, handcuffing techniques. Just the day-to-day operation of if you have to take control of somebody and take away their free movement, we want to do it safely.
Oh,
Not only for you, but for our officers also.
well, could you demonstrate on this lady right here, or would you show us how she's just?
Yeah. No, because she is just fine.
You need to be.
And what did I mention about these 2 rooms? Remember? I'm down here because y'all asked for a tour.
So, what kind, I'm being nosy.
I disarm with comedy.
Are the officers trained in like HISS or MAT, or what kind of,
So the officers are actually trained in Krav Maga,
I'm not familiar with that.
Israeli martial arts.
Israeli martial arts, a lot of ground fighting, a lot of ground control.
Oh, ground grappling, I love
We're
it.
getting ready to start jujitsu because we actually have 2 or 3 Brazilian jiu-jitsu instructors. That's the art of, grabbing and holding and securing.
I taught
So-
martial arts.
Did you really?
Brazilian lift
That's why I
instructors,
knew
that's
what
what they
this
do.
was. That's why I'm asking.
We don't teach Muay Thai, we don't do kickboxing, we don't even do boxing. Because this is not a pugilistic
Well, they would be,
place. Right.
hitting.
At odd,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, this is not
So,
appropriate for an officer.
If there are strikes that are needed, it's to gain compliance, but it's not old school, right?
You teach you a
They're
lesson.
squaring off on each other.
Right.
That's a lesson.
So, this,
If you knew you would be. Chances are you would.
and that's, every day when they come in, they see that.
Kind of a
Because-
good healthy reminder.
Because even though I do what I do as an assistant chief of police, right? what's to say I'm not going to get involved in something at Circle K when I leave to go home? So am I training for capability, or am I training to potentially get hurt? Or not training and then potentially going to get hurt? Right?
Or somebody else get hurt.
Or get somebody else hurt. We have that duty to protect and defend and serve also, right? So we come in here and we train for capability. You'll see the heavy bag. There's actually the ability to have 6 different heavy bags hanging in here. There's a camera system that will drop from the ceiling up there, the screen, and then it's operated back here, and there are projectors that will allow for shoot, don't shoot scenarios. Because, you know, we talk in the community, we show people how difficult it is and how much time officers have to make life-altering decisions, right? This is where we can actually bring them in and show them. And then on the front end of it, we get to shoot zombies. Because there are zombie apocalypse kind of things, which are kind of cool, but you got to do headshots. You know? So it is kind of fun.
Double tap.
But yeah, this is where we train for capability.
So watch out if you're out there on Halloween, guys, dressed as a zombie.
Just kidding.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, they're fabulous.
I'm good.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I got all day.
That's cool.
Yeah, something, just so you know, sir, I like to say when a cop starts telling me that I am obstructing them or whatever, and because of my mouth, I always tell them, well, you know, if you got ADD, that's your problem. Take care of that on your own time, you know?
Yeah.
And if they come back again and start saying stuff, I say, well, no.
Yeah, a little bit. Are we going out?
Yes.
He's like, and you guys are dismissed.
Yeah.
And you're dismissed.
I do not want you getting hurt on my watch.
Okay, this is where you guys.
Yeah, so the cement sitting room, in theory, this can be ripped itself, secured down, we can take them in there, that whole area is double authentication secured.
This is where if you have somebody, you would be putting your guns away at this point.
If we house them, yes, out here on the wall would be our lockers. Yep. But because we don't even have.
I do have a commenter multiple times. Would we ask about mental health evaluation?
Mental health evaluations.
Again, I guess I didn't get an answer on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. So prior to becoming an officer, you have to be seen by an actual board-certified, state-recognized psychologist. And they will give you a battery of tests that some are predictive in nature, and others are just gauging where you're at related to stress and trauma and anxiety. And that's done every time somebody applies with us. Now, I'm not going to lie, we in law enforcement don't have necessarily ongoing psychological testing until somebody gets involved in a critical incident.
Yeah, like a shooting.
In a shooting. After the fact, yeah, that's what the push is now, to start moving us into a more predictive and to help take care of the officers also. Because I'm not going to lie, a lot of times those folks that are in crisis don't have the ability to recognize some of those warning signs until they're in it. And then, I think where you're going, it's too late at that point. Now we're trying to put the water back in the bucket. Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I see has failed, you know, officers responding to mental health calls, you know, and not knowing how to handle it or what to do.
Yeah.
So as it concerns response, I don't want to speak out of turn. Everyone has a minimum is a crisis response trained officer that we have in the organization, from the chief all the way down to the branding officer. We also have more than 20 that are actual state certified mental health officers, so that when we respond, they actually have a little bit more training and knowledge, not necessarily technology, but knowledge on how to deal with those folks that are in crisis.
And your department and your area or whatever, or even in cooperation with the EMTs, will you guys use chemical restraints?
We do not use chemicals.
Well, will you order the EMTs to deploy chemical restraint?
I can't speak for the fire department because I don't know what their operations are.
Sure.
And I have not been on the street to witness them use chemical restraint.
But have you ever used chemical restraint, like ketamine or something, to restrain a suspect?
Again, not that, we don't know what the fire department guys do, but as far as the police side, we don't go and order anything like that.
Yeah, we had a young man that hadn't done anything wrong. He was on his way home, and they said he was uncooperative, and they gave him ketamine, and that was the last interaction of his life.
Police side?
Yeah, they called the EMTs, and
Absolutely.
the
As
EMTs gave him a
officers,
double dose.
we do not administer them.
Right, and my question always is, what's your medical training, and how much do you ask?
Yeah.
4 hours?
And that's the reason why we are not doctors, we are not EMTs, we are not paramedics. We will never administer. We will administer Narcan to folks that we believe
That's
are
good.
having an opiate, issue, but that's it. And that is trained by clinical medical staff on how to the use of the Narcan to help bring them back. But the mental health aspect, nationwide, it has been a problem, and it continues to be a problem for officers, and that's what we're really trying to focus on and address. Because we're losing way too many folks community-wide mental health, and it makes it very hard for our officers to do what they do without being impacted.
Right, and I also want the officers to have good, strong mental health as well, and to be evaluated a little more often than just whenever they find themselves in a crisis.
It's got to be mentally straining. It's got to be.
Oh, absolutely.
It's an impossible job.
Got to deal with me and shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's only had to deal with me for a little bit. She's done, dude.
So we also have EAP, which is always there. We have a contract with a mental health provider also, so that anytime, day or night, officers can reach out to her and her organization. And the only thing we know is that maybe in the month of October, she saw 5 of our officers, and that's it. Right? Because we also don't get into HIPAA issues and things of that nature.
Exactly.
If the officer wants to come and share with us, they certainly can. But all we know is that they're taking care of the things they need to take care of, which is huge.
Yeah.
So real quick, I think somebody's in the TAC building. That's the TAC building, right? That's the 17,000 square foot facility where you see the raised roof over there. That is where we actually have a catwalk system halfway up through the building that oversees movable walls. So that, say, if we were going to go serve a warrant in our apartment complex, we get the blueprints for the apartment complex.
Oh, okay.
We can lay it out so that we understand kind of what we're going to encounter as it relates
That's
to
important.
geography.
That's
It
very
is
important.
important.
Yeah,
That is,
that's
right?
very important.
And this end is just administrative, classrooms and storage and things of that nature. But and then in that far end is actually a certified CrossFit gym for the officer. You talk about physical well-being, they can go over there and work out and maintain their physical readiness also.
How often do you go see that gym over there?
I'm just busted up as anybody else here. My legs don't allow me to do CrossFit very often.
Yeah.
Thank you. I just had to ask, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, you get hit by a car. And
Oh,
legs don't
no,
work
man.
for
I'm
shit.
sorry that happened to
Yeah,
you, man.
yeah, this is not a good
I
thing.
broke my back in 6 places, so I can relate, man.
All right, so
A little bit.
we'll walk a little bit over here just so you can see, because we talked about the areas to work out.
Right.
One of the things that we use is it's called a leopard course, law enforcement officer preparatory response. Basically, it simulates the things that an officer may have to do. It's going upstairs, crawling through a window, climbing a wall, climbing a fence, and that's what this is. This is the leopard course.
Oh, snap. Okay.
So the officers will park their vehicle down at the end prior to the 6-foot wall. I think that's taller than 6 foot, but they'll park there. Then they're seat belted in. On the movement of their hands, they'll start the clock. The officers have to come out up and over the first wall. So close. If I had my tennis shoes on, and I wasn't in nice clothes,
excuses.
I'm watching you now. Yeah. So you get to the far side of the first tunnel, you shine your light through, then you put it away, you scurry through the tunnel, you come out, you go through the window, and then you raise the window, go through the window, then you come up the steps. You have to touch each step. You can't like hit the first one, bound up and over, and then you have to hit every step coming down. Then you'll come through this next tunnel, same thing. And then on the opposite side, there's temporary shooting platforms that we use laser guided pistols, and you have to engage the target. And then you'll come over and there's a handcuffing station where you take down a dummy and you handcuff them. And then from there, there's not command staff dummies. Somebody's saying it, I know it. Then there's a dummy, another dummy, big dummy, that is like, I don't know, 165, 170 pounds that you have to drag for a good period. I don't know, 50, 100 feet, something like that. Seems like about a mile. I'm not going to lie. Then you drop the dummy, you run over to another shooting station, then you holster, you up and over the wall to the back of your car, and time stops. And those simulate activities that an officer may have to do in the line of their duty.
So how long are they given to complete all that? Can they bring a lunch is what I'm asking.
Right. So you'd think, right?
Take the break.
So we have a minimum standard of 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Right? Doesn't seem like a lot. We have officers that run it in just over a minute. Ooh. They're the gazelles that they literally like bound up and over the first wall. They scurry through the tunnel and they're just gone. And yeah, I'm more of the pack a lunch. Where's the beverage guy?
That'd be me.
Yeah.
I'm packing a lunch.
Where's the cart? Yeah, where's the cart?
Every gang has their soldiers.
But yeah, and
They've been
again,
nice, though.
it's about improvement. What we want to see is because there might be somebody that struggles to get up and over the wall, but if they're making effort, if they're trying, that's the kind of stuff that we need to see. It's when they quit, we have a problem. Because then they've quit on themselves and they've quit on their team. And if they're not willing to just put forth a little bit of effort, first and foremost for them, the extra benefit is taking care of the team. So we do this twice a year, and it's mandatory for everyone if you're a peace officer, it's required. And then back behind it, you'll see the driving track, right. The area. It's a small, maybe quarter mile. It does have the ability to have a figure 8 operation, slow speed.
So what is
slow speed? It's
like
subjective.
35 miles an hour. Is that slow? I don't know.
If you ask civilians or you ask the officers, slow speed to an officer is not necessarily what we're doing 35 through a community. You know?
Right.
But it teaches the ability to respond and to understand the car. These cars, technology-wise, have come so far, and they are so impressive at the amount of work that they can do. The problem with the cars is you put a human behind them that then tries to take over. And if you let the car do what it's trained to do, and Keith is actually one of our driving instructors that trains us, again, on that capability. We're big on capability. Right. Train me for the things that I might have to do.
Right.
If I have to drive fast, I want to do it in a manner that's not going to endanger you.
Right.
So
your cars, it sounds like how my Subaru was, where it fights the line. It won't let you cross the line unless you're
lane assist.
Yeah.
We do not have lane assist, fortunately. Yeah.
Well, that's why they can't stay in their lane, man. I always knew. I always knew it.
You know, on the tag it says exempt, right? So we don't have to stay in our lane.
Is that what it is?
That's what that means.
Oh, exempt. Oh, okay. Okay. It's exempt. All right. You guys heard it here first.
There's another obstacle course that's more military. We can walk that way if you want.
We were checking that out. That'll be fun. Yeah. Is that the end of the tour?
And then we can kind of wrap it up and
So
walk you.
I noticed, one thing I have to let you know, I have gone all over the United States filming and reporting police officers.
Oh, this sounds
And
important.
I've been doing that since 2020. What I've noticed, especially up in the eastern portion of the United States, you're getting a lot of government and military
Equipment.
equipment.
War
And I
equipment.
noticed y'all don't have that.
So
He does have the MRAD. I was telling you about that thing.
resistance, armor piercing, blah blah blah. Right? That we've got from the military as surplus gear, and we do use it. We use it when Houston flooded. We took it to Houston to do water rescues and assist, and we call it a tactical rescue vehicle, TRV. Yes, it's military. It's military grade. It's being repurposed. There are times that military equipment can. When we first started our SWAT team, we had to get helmets from the military because we couldn't afford to buy them because we didn't have a budget for SWAT. So we did have to get some of that military equipment. But there are other departments that,
Through government grants.
through government grants and stuff, they do a lot of equipment buildup basically with military stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, there are times that military grade equipment is better than the things we get at street level in response to the things that we're dealing with. Right? But that doesn't mean we're gonna run out and try and militarize what we do. We are a paramilitary organization by nature. Para.
I would highly emphasize para. Exactly.
We are not the military.
Right.
So, is there benefit to it? Can I see it? Absolutely. Do I necessarily think we have to have it all? Not here. Perhaps. There may come a time, and then it does, there may be a shift in my thinking, but I understand that there are a lot of departments that, yes, they do.
Our military should remain our military. They have their purpose, and our sheriffs have their purpose. Our folks have their purpose too, and it should not, in my humble opinion, militarizing the police.
Understood?
Yeah.
It's a good opinion.
Yeah.
I second that one.
Opinion, for whatever it counts, whatever it's worth, it's still my opinion.
It's not necessary to be that way.
Well,
Militarized, I mean.
right. And again, it goes back to that blue line thing. It's all.
A lot of it has to do, I think, also with attitude and purpose.
Exactly.
Because I can explain purpose and intent with a tactical rescue vehicle, or I can be, you know what, the government gave it to us. That's just how it is.
Yeah, that's true.
And again,
That's true.
That really, if you would have given that sort of answer, that would have came off really red flaggy to me.
Absolutely.
Which
would have negated every single word when I
that you
stepped
just
out
said.
of the front door.
Absolutely.
For the hour plus that we've been together, every person that is viewing would have been like,
exactly. And I'm trying to bridge those gaps. I really like conversating and communicating and working together in the aspect of, seeing how you guys operate. That was cool to go on this tour. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, you guys couldn't happen to take a flag and a rope down to the post office, could you?
well,
It's my understanding that the post office here in Georgetown has been victim of a crime on two different events, it sounds like. One a week ago and another one 2 weeks ago, where somebody cut their cords into the flags. They are no longer in the U.S. They're not complying with U.S. policy.
Flag Act.
Under the Flag Act. And that is a federal law. Not
what are they doing? Are they flying them at night and lit up?
They're not flying in them.
Oh, they're not?
Yeah, when they're business hours, it's supposed to be raised.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got you.
The rope has been
And
cut
that's
off.
The whole purpose of us
I do not
going
know about
inside
that.
today is
We
to
should start an
ask-
investigation. I think they're the ones cutting it off, man, so they don't have to do it.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, I would venture to say they have not told us about it.
Ha 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 ha.
Well, that's a huge red flag for me as well.
Can we double check on that? Are we sure they haven't called?
To ask them why, they're not conforming with the app. And the postmaster, and I guess you don't have to even know.
I know, that's cool. That's a very, everyone's saying it. Well, there's not very many people in there. They're all saying it.
Anyway,
So,
Look at the end
And then
result.
look what
And I was
happened.
like, no, I can't get it. You know what I mean? And I'm not dogging anybody. My approach is different.
I love it. I love your approach. I respect it. I like them and I like being there. You know what I mean? They have professional demeanors, and I don't. I get that. I do. I want to be more like that. I do. I value what you were saying. I really did. They're right.
Right. So this was like it was so like, what am I fighting for? You know, like, am I really behind it, or am I one of those when it's convenient for me? So it was more of a self-reflection, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, this, I'm
I definitely don't think any less of you for it. Or
soft.
nothing.
Whoa, you know, it just
Yeah. Do you have a closing statement about what you thought about this? Do you want to tell us?
amazing. I mean, there are no words to describe my inner reactions today. I'm glad, I'm blessed to have met y'all. And I'm honored to have worked with y'all. So.
Love you. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Take it easy, bro. Catch you later.
And this is my city. You know what I mean?
Yep.
This has now become my city. So I want to be involved. I want to be,
This is how you do it. It is. You actually, you have to, sometimes you have to get these guys to work for you, man.
That's what Word 'em Up said. He said, it's like muscles. You have to flex them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You have to use them.
Yes, sir.
Or they go weak. I get it. Like, I get it.
We're missing a little commentary, I guess. I thought we were headed over, but Lady J, she don't quit. She don't quit, guys. She don't quit. Hey, you just don't quit, do you? You.
Oh, I'm the Energizer Bunny.
We don't quit.
We don't quit. We don't stop.
We don't stop.
This is yet another.
Oh, here's where he arrests us all. You're all under
This
arrest
is where I
now.
asked for your IDs. And yeah.
Well,
I didn't give you
sir,
permission to film me. You're supposed to block
the
those hands. And
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
oh, you
So,
guys.
yes, I do know y'all got other things to do.
I do. I was leaving town. We didn't even want to make this video.
Yeah, but
We were
kinda
leaving.
did. We took our time.
I am glad. We are glad that you did.
I am too.
Y'all stuck with me. This has become my city.
Has it?
Yes, I moved from San
Okay. Well, welcome. How long you been up there?
couple months.
Okay.
And she's a super chick, man.
Nice.
So if you guys see her, be nice to her, please.
Yeah.
I just want you.
Yeah.
But not.
Jay, would you man this now or woman this very well, please?
Thank you.
I expect the same thing. We come to work and we do our job.
Yeah. Hey, Gio. This all started this morning earlier when we went by the U.S. Post Office and they did not have their flag up.
I got arrested. I got a bad hip, man, and I got my back broke before. I'm in
Not
bad
that long
shape,
ago.
and that was a long time to be on my feet.
What?
Thank you for your concern and all your compassion. And you did a good job today, man. You know what? Even if it's an act, you did a great job. Man.
Well,
I don't think it's an act, but
I was
even
gonna
if it
say
was,
that.
you did a great job.
I
man.
promise you this is rolling.
Okay, Roland.
I was rolling long before I was.
I'm glad we were
officer,
able to
chief,
meet
anything.
today, man. And I was adamant to speak to you, actually. I'm glad this went down. We don't get these very often.
No. If you need a water, my car's parked there. I've got
That would be
water
super
on full.
duper, honestly.
Anybody?
Yeah, I
I think
would.
I've got 2 waters in there.
Well-
Okay, thank you very much.
Go ahead. Okay, I'll take a walk.
Let's put up AJOT's link, guys.
Yeah. Thank you, AJ. AJ. Yeah.
Well, and
I appreciate you, and I'm going to be highlighting you a little bit too. Okay. Same as so. Thank you. I love you too.
I think I have a couple questions, but I might at this time, I might email you and then we'll discuss that for sure. I think you've done freaking.
and I will.
You've done a huge service for your department today. I guarantee you that.
Well, I've never been one to just be oppositional. I mean, I have issues with authority myself, right? But that goes back to my childhood, right? And just not wanting to do what I'm supposed to be doing. But as it relates to this, I'm like, literally when I said I'm rolling, this is but the job that I do.
And that's why I didn't mind sharing my name. You know, they
It
come
does
out, they're
not
like,
define-
I'm officer here. Who are you? You know, and I'm like, well, I'm Mr. A. You're not going to find out who I am. You know,
And I hate that. They say, well, what's your first name? Officer. Well,
officer.
there's no reason that even needs to happen.
That's right.
You guys did good. I'm not
Absolutely
afraid to show the PR, man. I'm going to leave it up on my channel. I'm not going to hide any of this.
Well, we appreciate y'all coming.
Thank you.
If we get the opportunity to talk,
That's right.
that's where it has to start. Because we can sit on either side of the line behind our shields and y'all behind the people, right? Then it's nothing but confrontation.
That's right. Conversation is the keys of communication, and it must take communication to bridge the gap that is, unfortunately, and we got a deer out here crossing the road.
Oh,
That's gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah, they run all down. So right over here, this is actually Lake Georgetown. And I know y'all aren't literally like that's Army Corps of Engineers land. And that's all. There's all kinds of wildlife and stuff out there, and they run through and they'll jump and they come and hang out over here and.
Yeah. Well, guys, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up. And I want to thank you guys again for your time and your efforts.
And I'm not
I
gonna
don't
lie,
come out
maybe
to piss you guys off. I really don't.
maybe somebody else in another organization will see this and see that it absolutely does not have to be the way that it is made out to be so often.
Exactly.
We can reach across that wide aisle, guys.
Yeah.
You can do it from your side, and we can do it from our side.
Yeah, the 1A and 2A are not that far. We're very closely linked, actually, guys. You know, when it comes down, if it ever did come down to it, we're gonna need you guys to support our 1A. You know what I mean? Honestly. So just a little seed, food for thought.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, y'all. If you don't need me, I'm gonna go.
I don't need you anymore. Thank you. Not right now.
Very much.
Lachlan, you've been super holding the doors and you got us the waters. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
absolutely.
Glorified door holders, not so bad.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank
That is
you.
true,
When
actually.
we find what we're good at,
That's
There
where
you
the
go.
hero lies in, is serving the public, actually.
That is correct.
That's why they consider you heroes when you do your service like that. Small acts, man. Small good acts.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey,
Take
so
care.
Closing out. Let's close out here, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll hear what you have to say first, and then I'll give mine
Well,
if you're ready.
I wanted to say this day started off in a rough tone over there at the U.S. Postal Service. Did not get much better when we came over here to make our complaints and to find out what officers, there were 8 that was there at the call. But I'm glad we took the time and the effort to go through this and to really chat with this guy. I hope that, you know, we were as positive to them as they tried to be to us. Yeah, I think a little positive interaction is good. It's positive, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that you have something you wanted to say about DPN his passing.
Yeah, rest in peace, and so sorry to hear about that, man. We're losing more and more of the activists,
Heroes.
auditors, the true heroes of America. The past few months, this is what, the 3rd or 4th individual that from our community that, yeah, Anyway,
I hope we stay alive a long time. I want to fight more tyranny.
absolutely. And to his family,
Thank you for your sacrifice. DPN was one of the greats, man. He was one of the greats. He will be missed and
he will
remembered.
definitely be missed.
If you would. So, yeah, it was a day of learning. I understand and I respect the criticisms of non-bootlickers or even bootlickers when they say that we should behave ourselves in a more respectful manner. And frankly, I find it shameful that I stoop to a lower level when dealing with these officers. And I strive to one day find the strength and the composure to not stoop to that level. However, I did learn some valuable lessons from my friend Eric Brandt. And sometimes a little yelling and a little protest can get you a fucking tour of the police department.
That's absolutely correct. And I don't care how you slice it or dice it. We were able to go out and take part of that.
That's what happened here today.
That's exactly right.
So I was like, help! Help! And here he came out from the back. They were like, send the mental therapist guy out, right?
Yeah, exactly. They're going to show you some help for sure.
For the nut in the lobby. But then we got the tour. So yeah, and everything de-escalated back down. Fucking a 10? I mean, I don't know. I hate to say it. A 1. 1 point off. We'll give them a 9, I think, in my personal assessment, because there's a lady at the reception window. And you know what? There was the blue line. They didn't take it down. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to give an 8. That's my personal grade.
There. Thank you for that personal breakdown. They were great right now, in this point in time, at this particular. Now, how is it going to be tomorrow or next
Earning
week?
that fucking hate again, probably. But, I mean, not these two maybe, and
Hopefully
maybe not. But
hopefully not.
we may have found a stupendous department here, actually,
We just may have
by comparison.
Georgetown, Texas. You've got your mark.
Wrap us up.
This is Lady Justice, Liberty Press, catching you on the other side. Giddy up. 1A.
1A, baby. Hashtag giddy up 1A. We are signing out. This is John Connor signing out. Broadcasting live and alive from Texas.
You're not really